how do I go to upload my token again?
I think Grocer does that.
I have to upload, or I have to send it to him, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
you just send it to him in chat. All right.
D&D Beyond. Let's see here. I've occasionally had blips in my internet.
Uh-oh.
Not that often, but maybe every like couple hours or so. So just let me know. Well, I don't know. I can usually tell when everybody just stops talking all of a sudden.
We're totally not going to coordinate to stop talking all of a sudden.
Do it. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Clarice?
Don't tell him anything! That's
all
my
right,
gnome
cool.
voice.
Yes. All right. Farone, is it Farron or Farone? Somebody just asked that.
Farron.
I'm asking again. Farron. All right. So Farron and Oratir and Jinzi. All right.
Hey.
All right.
Ryan picked an easy name to say. I like that.
Yeah, you know. Trying not to muck up the works or anything.
All right. Let's do it quick. Yeah, thanks everybody for getting your character set up ahead of time. We'll actually get to play a bit now.
Did everyone
in the
level
first
up?
session?
Yes.
I did not.
Not yet.
Do you know how to do that?
Nope.
So in your character sheet where it says core bios and spells, to the right of spells, there's a sprocket you can click on. And then in the bottom right, you'll see 2 buttons, and the bottom one, launch level plus character mancer. Click that, and then it'll take you through leveling up.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. I've been pretty happy with their character mancer. I've only noticed like a couple issues, but they've been pretty minor. So
Yeah.
I like it better than D&D Beyond's one actually. It's a little more thorough. But you do have to buy all the compendium shit on here, so they definitely make their money off of you.
Yeah, I hate, so my Dragon Heist session I'll be doing, I picked it up on Roll20 and I was like, you know what, I kind of want the book too, so we went to Barnes & Noble today, and I regret to inform you that
Dropped another 50.
yeah, I now own 2 versions of Dragon Heist. Don't judge me.
Well, I may or may not have done the same thing with my campaigns, so, you know, I can't point any fingers.
I'm not the only one.
So at level 2, let's see, what classes are you guys? Sorcerer, I'm probably the least familiar with. John, so we'll probably have to look some stuff up as we're playing, but you're only gonna be level 2, so that you're not gonna have like a ton of options yet. Let me just do a quick look up, so I'm generally familiar. Sorcerer. With your basic stuff.
It's just it's charisma based wizard, but without spell slots.
Yeah, I use points to like gain or remove spell slots, or points to gain spell slots, and vice versa.
All right. Sorcerer shows how many spell slots you have to cast your. Okay. So you do have spell slots. It's just that. You regain. Yep. Okay. I think it's probably when you are. Usually the difference between like the magic casting classes are like how you swap out your spells with like the ones you know, and every class does it differently.
Yeah, I need to look. I'm familiar with how sorcerers used to work.
So this says it's pretty. Yeah, you can. That part we're not going to have to worry about for the first session. So in between this and the next session, Macintosh, you can look it up. But once you get like more spells, then you can actually prepare. So the way, yeah, spell casting is a little weird in D&D. Basically, you like prepare spells, and then those are the ones that you have like active for a play session. And then when you do like a long rest, usually you can like swap out the ones you have prepared. So it's like you can't use all your spells at a given time. You have to like pick and choose. But each class does like the preparing a little differently, and wizards are like pretty straightforward. You like have to do a long rest, and then you like go into your wizard book, and I think it takes like a certain amount of time to prepare spells, but once you do that, then you like have a set to use until your next long rest. But I don't know but again, we're probably not going to do a long rest like this first session, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Cool. So yeah, are you generally aware of like how spell slots work? I don't know if you've read up at all. Okay. All right. So
he's
at level,
already watched like the first season of Critical Role.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that definitely helps. So cantrips you can cast on demand, and they don't use a spell slot. You probably have like a couple spell slots at level 1 or 2, I'm guessing, that you can actually use your main spells with. So use them cantrips. All right. What else? All right. So let's do a quick tour of sort of the UI for everybody.
John, I think you may have more spells that you should be able to set up. You're level 2, right? Oh no, you're working on that, right?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay, just making sure.
All right. Can you guys all see the map?
I can.
Excellent. All right, so let's just go over the general UI. Most of the time, you're going to be looking at the chat tab on the right. That's where you do all your rolls and stuff. Most of the time, you're not going to need to roll directly, but if you do, it's just /roll, and then you type in what dice you want to roll, like 1d4 plus, 2 or something. So you can do it that way. There's also a dice roller on your toolbar on the top left, and you can just mouse over it and pick a number of a specific type of dice you want to roll, like this, 3d20s, and just click on it, and that will roll for you. So always handy. You can also like whisper in chat and all the normal stuff, but that's really all we use the chat for. Really, most of the time you're actually going to be in your character sheet, so I would like keep that on standby most of the time. If everybody could pop open their character sheet, I can show you how to do most of the stuff you're going to need to do. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I need to. Let's see. This is Anthony. And this is. Oops. Macintosh. This is Ryan. All right, so I've set it up so you can only control your specific character, but you should still be able to see all 3 characters in your journal, like the 3 of you guys. So that means basically you can look at each other's stats, and you can check on like health and stuff if you want just a quick glance. All right. So. All right, so if you got your character sheet open, go to the main tab with your core abilities, and then the way we do checks is you actually just click right on the text. So let's say you're going to make like a athletics check, you just click right on athletics, and it will roll exactly what you need to roll in the chat window without having to do any manual dice rolling.
I'm gonna test it.
Yeah. Everybody, please try it to make sure everything's working. And if you mouse over the numbers in the chat, you can see under the hood what's actually getting rolled. So, for example, Oratir rolled a 1d20 plus his 2 for proficiency plus his 4 strength modifier, and that gave him the 20 total for the first roll. The reason there's 2 numbers is because it always rolls advantage and disadvantage for you, just in case. So, for advantage, you would always take the higher of the 2 and disadvantage the opposite. But normally, if you're just doing a straight roll, you just take the left number.
Well, looks like I found religion, y'all.
Hey.
Or you really didn't, depending.
Yeah, definitely a disadvantage there. So.
All right, everybody do an attack with a weapon now. Weapons are in the middle of your sheet on the front page. I'll just show you how that works real quick. It looks like, for some reason, Ryan's is set up to auto-roll damage, which is fine.
Oh, no, it's
normally...
I clicked it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you first roll, that'll determine if you hit or not. So, and then let's say you do hit, you can click on the actual name of the weapon in the chat box where it says like Great Axe +6 or Quarterstaff two-handed, and that will roll damage for you automatically, which is pretty nice.
Okay, I can never play tabletop again. We have to play this way.
I know, right? It's pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
A few other notes on sort of like there's global modifiers which are really handy. Anthony, if you look at your sheet, you have a rage damage global modifier that you can check on or off. That will auto add like the 2 rage damage for you when you roll, like damage. So it's pretty slick.
Like that?
Exactly.
All right, so how do you deal with like raging and stuff? Is it just
We'll just talk through it. You
Okay.
say, I'm going to take a bonus action to rage, and then your rage starts, and then, you flip your modifier on from that point forward, and then we just follow the rules as we do. Yeah, everybody on your character sheet, make sure you're familiar with your features and traits of your class, which is like lower right side. That's, for people that haven't played too much yet, that's usually like the most overlooked part, and that's usually where like a lot of your good abilities kind of are hidden away. Some of them you get from your race, some of them you get from your class, and some of them you get from your background. Anthony, you've also got a rage counter on yours. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's above your stuff, so you can rage twice before you do a long rest. All right, so that's like the main sheet. That's pretty much most of what you need to know there. Spells, let's go over that real quick. Spells are slightly more complicated. A lot of times they don't have like an easy click button because usually it's like a saving throw on the DM's end. So let me pull up Macintosh's sheet here. All right, so Macintosh, you're probably gonna, if you got your sheet open, you're gonna see me clicking through it a little bit here. So you have a spells tab, and this is where you'll be doing most of your like combat since you're a sorcerer. You can click on the name of the spell, and that will drop a description in chat. And that's pretty useful to always have a reference. So if you, yep, there you go. So I can click on like Witch Bolt. Depending on the depending on the spell, it may roll automatically for you, or it may just pop a description in chat. So like Witch Bolt is actually a I think you do an attack roll for that specific spell, but a lot of spells don't have attack rolls. Like Mage Armor.
And
So,
I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm actually a big fan of like posting this stuff in chat just for reference.
Yes,
Like
yes.
for everybody. So if you like want to click on a spell just so everyone can read it, like that'd be great. Then help with learning.
the little chat bubble does that part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Macintosh, how much do you know about sort of the spell requirements and stuff, or do you want me to just like do the quick cliff notes for that?
So I know you have slots for levels depending on, and then like you can fill, like you can only fill a slot that is the level or less, right? So if I cast a level 1 spell, I can put in a level 1 slot or a level 2 slot or anything above, but a level 2 spell cannot go in a level 1 slot.
That's right.
And then they fill up until you rest, stuff like that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's the gist of it. There's a couple other things to know. You'll want to like look, as we're playing, like take a look at the specific spells you have. A lot of them will be one action to cast, but some of them will be like a bonus action, and that's pretty important to know which is which, because like a lot of times, like a bonus action, think about it as something that takes like maybe 1 or 2 seconds to do. It's like a quick, I just do something like kind of offhand, but like a full action is like something that might take like 5 or 6 seconds to do, like of real time. And yeah, if you click the little gear, kind of switches between edit and normal mode. The other thing to notice here are some of them have concentration and some of them have ritual. So concentration means you can only cast 1 concentration spell at a time. So your character is like focusing on the spell. They can cast other spells that are not concentration spells, but they can't cast 2 concentration spells at the same time. Also, if you're concentrating and you get like hit by an attack, you have to make usually like a saving throw to determine if you keep your concentration or not. So
Where
those.
is it state? Oh, that's it. Duration, concentration. Gotcha.
That's right. I'm not gonna worry too much about like components and stuff for this. Like that's kind of like really annoying to track. We'll just say that everybody has like a component bag for spells, and I'm not gonna make you like track that you have like a feather of like a griffin in your bag or something like to cast a specific spell. Most DMs that I've seen don't bother with that. It's just like a lot of manual tracking.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay. So that's pretty much it for those. Let's see. Ritual casting, I wouldn't worry about that right now. Basically, like, you have Detect Magic, which is your only ritual spell right now. All that means is that if you're outside of combat and you want to cast it, you can cast it as a ritual, and it usually takes like 10 minutes to cast, but you don't use a spell slot. So it's like you take the time and like make a ritual, and that like avoids having to sort of use your energy to cast it. So kind of cool, but there's not a ton of ritual spells.
Oh, is that with the little R? Oh, I see. So
That's
RC,
right.
that's more helpful, yeah.
Yep. Cool. Okay, so that's spell casting. Your spell save DC is at the top of your spell sheet. If you go back to your, and that's 13. So if if an NPC needs to make a save for one of your spells, that's the number they have to beat generally. Let's say it was like, I don't know, a Constitution saving throw, like you shot a, firebolt at them or something. They would have to be a 13, or otherwise they'd get the full impact of the spell. Okay, cool. Let's see what else. All right, so let's just do some general stuff about the interface. There's not too much to know. We've got the ruler. That's probably one of the only things you'll use most of the time. It's over in your left toolbar, and it's like a little circle with like a ruler icon sticking out of it. You can click and drag on the map and see exactly how far things are, which is kind of cool. And it does scale like correctly with each map. So on this map, for example, 6 hexagons are like 27 miles. But on the battle maps, each square is like 5 feet. So we'll definitely use that in combat. All right. What else? Everybody can ping if you if you click your select cursor from the left toolbar and ping on the map and hold down. Everybody can see the ping it on everybody else's screens, which is super handy. And I don't know, Ryan, am I forgetting anything from the interface?
Did you cover the dice selection in the top left? Like that's another like handy way to roll dice. Other than that, I don't think so.
Okay, I think I mentioned it, but yeah, there's a roller up there if you want to use it. Cool. Okay. Well, we are making like record time.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Sure.
Everybody's like got their character set up already.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll run into other stuff to explain, but yeah, the sooner we get into thick of it, then
Yeah.
pick it up pretty quick.
All right, so you guys got your characters thought out. So we're not going to do like a ton of backstory for this one. So this is a fairly short campaign as campaigns go. It's designed to be like probably 5 or 6 sessions total that are like, fairly like solid sessions. Or it could go a little longer if, you take more time doing stuff in between. But that's kind of generally the length. So this is actually the campaign that comes with the like the intro kit for D&D, but apparently it's like supposedly one of the like the more popular campaigns actually, even though it's like technically like an intro campaign. So it's pretty good. I've been going through it with my other group that I play with on Fridays, and I've been DMing it, and it's pretty fun. So
Nice.
Cool. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about background. So do you guys want your characters to like know each other or be brand new and sort of just meeting each other for the first time?
Yeah, I'll go with brand new, at least for myself.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a way for us to know each other ahead of time.
I mean, yeah, it's totally up to you. You can kind of make up whatever you want. Okay, that's fine. How about you?
We're going to be bonded in battle, Josh.
That's fine.
All right. And I'm actually going to keep your sheets just kind of open here. All right, so there's a hook kind of into the story. And let me find my notes here.
Josh, you may want to clear drawings if you can. I was testing.
Oh, I think you guys can do that actually. If you
I don't see how.
click on it, can you select the things that you were drawing with the regular select arrow? Yeah, you can just... I think everybody's got options to delete stuff.
I mean, I can
I
drag
fully
it.
expect there to be dicks drawn on the map at some point, so... Don't let me down. All right. Let me find my notes here.
Well, I'm gonna have to let you down.
Oh, I'm not letting them down.
Yes.
Look at that. It was only a matter of time.
For him to say.
Yeah, right in Neverwinter Wood. Oh,
Hey.
some hard wood you got
irony.
there.
Oh, where did? Oh, it's too late.
All right. Let's talk table rules for a second. I don't have many. I don't really have any, really, to be honest. I'm just gonna let you know. I generally will try to roleplay the NPCs as much as possible within reason, or until I get too tired to try to make up silly voices. You know, you can do whatever you want with that if you don't feel comfortable. Like, you know, first person role playing your character, that's fine. You can talk in third person. You can try anything. You know, some of the stuff's probably not going to work out the way you want, but feel free to try whatever you want. If we go off too far on a tangent, I will definitely reel us in, but, you know.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Did Josh's internet drop?
Oh, he is frozen.
Feel free.
He's
What's
frozen.
that?
Your internet dropped for a minute.
Hello?
For a second. There you are.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Josh, can
Welcome
you
Yeah,
hear
that's
us?
that
back.
clip I was talking about. Yeah,
He
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, let's try this again.
Josh.
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was just saying that's that blip I was talking about. That happens once in a while. Also, I've had some weird things with my browser occasionally. Like, I think it's actually Roll20 because there's like so much happening on this. It's
How
like
many,
crashed my
games-
browser a couple times.
Yeah, how many games do you have open at once?
I mean, I just have ours, but I have some other tabs with other stuff open. But
Yeah, I've got a shit ton, but I noticed when I had a couple of different Roll20 games open, it was acting kind of weird.
okay, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's not too
Right, your
surprising.
stream's off. The video.
Say what now?
Ah, there you go. It just corrected the video on your stream.
Oh yeah, it's gonna do that.
All right, let me see here. Part 1. All right, so let's start, and we'll take our time and figure out stuff as we go along. I mean, I'm still fairly noob at DMing, so I'm gonna have to look up a bunch of stuff too, probably. All right, welcome to D&D. So in the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker has asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver with a PH. Phandelver is a couple days travel southeast of the city of Neverwinter on the high road, which is marked on your map. You guys should be able to see a green dot, and that represents the party right now. Gundren, the dwarf, was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for this trip, saying that he and his brothers had found something big and that he would pay you 10 gold pieces each. A veritable fortune for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, which is a trading post in Phandelver. Just a note here, there are a lot of names, locations, people, characters, things to remember, so I would suggest taking some notes, otherwise you're quickly going to be like, who is that again? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I've got my Google Doc up. Gundren was his name?
Yes, it's Gundren. He is
Nailed it.
your patron.
Gotcha.
So he's going to pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies in a wagon safely to this place called Barthen's Provisions, Barthen, which is a trading post in this town of Phandelver. Gundren then set out ahead of you on horseback, along with a human warrior named Sildar Hallwinter, who's kind of an older gentleman. And he claimed that he needed to arrive early in Phandelver to take care of business. So you've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tribord Trail, which is down here. If you're looking at the map, it's the dotted line. Oops. So I will move us down there. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws, among other things, have been known to lurk along the trail. So, here's the deal with the hook. Kind of think about for your characters like how they know Gundren before we start. So you've all met him at some point. Could have been in Neverwinter, could have been somewhere else. Doesn't have to be anything complicated. Just kind of make up a story about how you know him. It could be like you've known him from childhood. You grew up on the streets of Neverwinter together, or it could be you just met him last night in the bar and you're looking for work, and he was like, "Hey, I need somebody to escort this caravan." So kind of whatever you think makes sense, but take a little time and think about that before we keep going. And then whatever you decide, you can go ahead and add that to your character sheet in like the description or bio area.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've stolen from this guy before. Yeah, so let's see. I've previously stolen provisions from Gundren.
And I'm gonna have you guys introduce your characters to each other like in person here in a minute, so you can save the introductions for in a minute.
Cool.
Backstory or something.
Yeah, wherever you want. Macintosh on your sheet. There's a tab with like bio that has a bunch of empty text boxes if you want to put it in there, or there's like a front page also that you can type some stuff in. I am going to do inspiration, which if you're not familiar, the DM will award inspiration if he thinks like you guys are playing your characters like sort of to their personalities in any given situation. So it's always fun. It gives you like a bonus to use like in a pinch. You get to re-roll a die, so it's pretty slick.
Nice.
Yeah. And kind of a way to encourage you guys to get into character if you feel like it.
This is being stupid. This is being so stupid. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna take notes in my bio and info.
Yeah. Dude, their text editor is really bad. That's the one thing I don't like about Roll20 so far. It's like one of those like pre-built like text editors, but it does not work.
Yeah, I just struggle.
If you try to
with
do any
bullet
like
points.
formatting or anything. Ugh.
Yeah.
How do you spell this dude's name?
Gundren, Gundren. Last name Rockseeker.
So close.
And his companion's name is Sildar, Sildar, and he is the human warrior escort that went with Gundren.
Will you spell it again, Josh?
Sildar?
Yeah.
Sildar.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Notepad on this computer. Ryan, I'm gonna need you to email this to me whenever I leave.
Right. We'll compare notes after. It'll be fun.
Did you guys all level up to level 2 already also while I'm thinking about it?
Yep.
I did.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, sorry. I'm clicking around in here. I always forget that when I click in your character sheets, like you guys are seeing it too. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's a bug.
My bad.
No, it's grosser.
It's alive. All right, so whenever you guys are ready, we can keep going.
Yep, I'm good.
All right.
I think I'm good.
Yep.
All right, so you're on the road. It's currently kind of like early winter. There's no snow on the ground or anything, but it's a little chilly out. But still kind of like the tail end of fall, and the road's kind of dusty. It looks like it's been trafficked, pretty regularly. The high road that you came on is a much wider road. You saw lots of other caravans going up and down, kind of on the west coast there on the Sword Coast. But once you turn off onto the Tribor Trail, it's much more like much more kind of like a windy kind of road through the woods. Pretty dusty, not real well paved. You don't see a lot of traffic on it. And somewhere here, I actually have a handout. Let's see. You find it? Yeah. All right, you guys should be able to see this on your screens.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Tribor Trail, pretty deep through the woods there. All right. So yeah, go ahead and you guys can introduce yourselves to each other. You've been making a journey on the wagon together for a couple days now.
Wait, that's in the woods? Okay.
I mean,
Interesting.
yeah. There's some plains as well, but definitely some foresty areas.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I walk up and I see the two of them, and I speak loudly and introduce myself and basically say, hello, gents. My name's Genzi, and I like killing. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a human, a elf, a rogue. I don't give a shit. I just love killing.
Gnome likes killing.
Well,
How much killing have you actually done, little gnome?
That makes two of us. Well, you just kind of learn to quit counting. It gets a little depressing after a while, but it's still fun. I love it. How about you, stranger? As he looks over at... man, I gotta get your names. Backtoss, what's your character's name?
Aaron.
Oh, yeah. Looks over at him and is like, how about you? Kill anybody?
Says, yes, multiple times. I've worked with Gundren quite often. He usually asks me to forge documents for certain items transportations, but this is a little off color for him. I'm just needing to get through this for the day.
That sounds fascinating. Anyways, yeah, nice to meet you, and here's to hoping we get to kill more people.
And with that, the party continues down the Tribor Trail. A motley crew at best, full of thieves and murderers, apparently. All right, so let's see.
You
Give
call
me
it motley,
your party's.
bub?
God, is that you? Let's see.
Can I break the fourth wall? Is that a?
What was that? Like,
Can I break the fourth wall? Is that a? Please.
Oh, we got
man.
Deadpool the gnome. Nice.
Wait, what's that? What's that character's name from Rick and Morty? That's always like, here I go killing again.
Yeah, Crumbopulous Michael. Yeah.
That's who he's trying to be.
Oh boy.
Awesome. All right, so give me the party's marching order, and that means like who's in the front, who's in the back, who's driving the cart.
I'm in
Got
front.
you've got a cart with like it's being pulled by a cow, so it's a fairly slow cart. The cart has let's see, about a dozen sacks of flour, some casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, and crowbars, about a dozen each, and 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil. And the total value of the cargo is about 100 gold pieces. So pretty full cart full of supplies.
Well, I'm a gnome, so I'm just sitting on top of the cow, kind of laid back with my hands under my arms crossed under my head, just looking at the sky, enjoying the ride.
All right, who's driving then?
I think Farron's driving.
Sure. Yeah.
Fair, anyone drive? Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, you know what, Farron? I need to make a token for you. Let me do that real quick. Did you find some art you wanted to use, or do you want me to just grab a
Yeah, I
random
sent you
elf?
something on Discord.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold, please.
Oh, so if you guys go to the sprocket in the top right of the screen, under my settings, there's display name. You can change it to your character name. That helps.
All right, let's see here. Get my handy dandy token stamp and find this guy.
Put it right above your buttocks, Josh.
Yeah, just where I left it. All right, save. All right, let's get him over here. Let's see, this guy and this guy. Oops. All right. And I actually have to take a second and get all your permissions set up on these tokens correctly, which, not gonna lie, is a little bit of a pain in the ass. All right, so I'm gonna edit your sheet for a second there, John. Get you this. All right. Cool.
Mine's a
So you got your
Phandelver. Is this your
token.
first time playing it? Hey, Sully, what's going on? Yes, sir, it is. First time playing this particular module. To be fair, this is only like my 1, 2, 3, like 5th ever session.
All right, cool. All right, got your token in. Let me set these other permissions up. Let's see. So this is going to be... Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. It's going to take me a couple minutes to do this.
Anyone else notice this this cow and cart ain't moving?
Oh, that's right. Mush.
What'd you just call me? I think like my accent's gonna change like all like I'm about to rewatch this. It's just gonna be all over the place.
Called you mush, just like the filthy porridge you eat.
I'll cut you.
Please do. Could use a little action.
Oh, it's been that long, huh? It's okay to laugh. I get laughed at all the time. I'm a gnome.
You can tell I'm going to love this group already.
Did you say this protects your height they're laughing at?
Oh, that's kind of confusing because my pants were down at the same time, so mixed signals. I see you giggling over there.
Oh, I'm going to be giggling the whole time. Let's see here. 60. All right, wait. Who has dark vision? Let's see. Orateer, you've got dark vision, right? Actually, all three of you do, I think,
yeah,
right?
I
Okay.
do.
All right.
Helps for peeing at night.
All right.
We're afraid of the darkness.
Got those set up. Let's go back to the map. And, so we got Farron driving. All right. Let me make sure I got my lighting set up. So they have Roll20 has this thing called dynamic lighting. It's still in beta, but it is pretty slick. It does tax your browser quite a bit, so make sure you got hardware acceleration on. Ryan found that out the hard way the other day.
Oh yeah, I was getting a whopping 2 frames per second.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, and you should be switching to the new map.
Oh yeah.
All right, can you guys see your tokens in the cart up in the upper left?
Yep.
All right, awesome. All right, you should be able to see your health bar. Let's just do a little quick token stuff. So click on your token, and you should see 3 bubbles pop up. The green one is your health. You can change your health by clicking on the number and typing in plus or minus a number, and it will add or subtract that value from it. So when you get hit, that's one way to do it. You can also directly go into your character sheet and, plus or minus your health that way, and they are tied together. So like if you update one, it will update the other. The other 2 numbers are your blue number is your armor class, and that is how difficult it is to hit you in combat. And your red number is your passive perception, which is basically like how aware you are of things when you're not directly like looking for something. If you're about to step on a trap or something like that. So those are the 3 numbers. You should also be able to see a green health bar and your name. Let me know if you can't see that.
Oh yeah, looking good.
All right.
Yep, I can see it.
Excellent.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
All right. Let me get
Hey,
my
anybody
notes
else
out
see
here.
these little orbs floating above us?
All right. So let's see. Where are my notes? There's too many windows.
I believe I said I was on top of the cow. Thank you very much.
Oh, fair enough.
It's okay. I fixed it.
Oh yeah. All right. Before I do anything else, one other thing. So there's 2 different modes, right? Like when you're looking at a map, there's sort of in combat when everybody's already rolled initiative and like everything is sequenced step by step. When that happens, don't move your tokens because that will obviously throw off combat. Throw off like sort of the order of turns and stuff. When we're outside of combat and you're just like cruising along the road or whatever, or running around, feel free to move your tokens around. For some maps, there will be like boundaries in place where you can't move your token past a certain point, and that's on purpose because like usually there's something that like I as the GM need to reveal before you sort of move into an area. This particular map is like set up for daylight, so you can see the whole map right now all at once. But like if you're inside a cave or in a castle or something, the lighting's gonna actually show your cone of vision, and you'll be able to, or actually it's a circle of vision most of the time. So you'll be able to only see stuff that your character can actually see, which is pretty slick, pretty handy. But yeah, okay. So so generally like when you're moving around outside, sneaking around, or move like 1 square at a time, just so like I have time to like process what everybody's doing, and like don't like move your map or move your icon like all the way across the map like all of a sudden, otherwise it's not gonna make any sense.
Right.
Okay. But you guys can all control your own icons. All right, so you've been on the Tribord Trail for about a half a day. As you come around the bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled out about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each one has several black-feathered arrows kind of sticking out of it. You can see some blood splatter around if you're kind of looking from a distance. It's pretty obvious that the horses appear to be dead. The woods are pressed kind of close to the trail here, as you can see on the map. There's kind of like, little ridges there, and like the woods are close, and there's lots of bushes like right around the trail. There's steep embankments and like dense thickets right there. So what would the party like to do?
So I smell something, basically related that lets me know that there's something up ahead to look. And when I jump up and I see the horses you described, I call out, with my hand up and say, "Halt! Something's not right here." And I'd like to kind of slowly like look around and see if I notice anything in the woods surrounding us.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. And you guys are still, let's see here.
I stopped the
You
cart.
got very nice. You guys are still about 45 feet from the horses. All right, 17. Very nice. So as you're kind of scoping out the area and everybody's like, the cart stopped and you're pretty quiet, you know, like obviously something's wrong here. Everybody's like listening. Jinsey, you hear some significant rustling in the bushes, like right around the horses. And you hear just bits and pieces of what might be like a spoken voice, but super quiet, super stealthy.
Okay, so I'd like to go invisible, and kind of sneak in for a closer.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. 12. All right, hold on a second.
Not much choice.
No! You failed me yet again, Starscream.
Actually, you are able to go into stealth, and it doesn't appear. You don't get the sense that anybody has seen you yet, although you can't really tell, to be honest, because you're still fairly far away. So you gotta sort of go in the bushes though if you want to be stealth. You can't. It's not like you're not casting an invisibility spell. Like you have to actually hide behind something. So
Gotcha.
So it's not the same thing.
Okay.
So show me, kind of put yourself where you want to be.
You said in the bushes, kind of off to the side where the horses were.
It's wherever you would like to sneak. You can move your own token where you'd like to go. But you have to be kind of in the bushes. You can't just be like walking down the middle of the road if you want to be stealth.
Okay, yeah. So I'm kind of sneaking around here, and I kind of get to this little
All right,
patch right here.
hold there for a second.
Okay.
All right, so as you kind of come up
Oh.
and you're getting closer to what sounds like the whispered, voices and sort of the rustling in the bushes, the rustling.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. Let me reset something real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. Say something.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, that's good. You sounded like a 6-pack a day smoker there for a second, so we're good now.
All right. Before we get any further, Farron and Oratir, what are you guys doing in the meantime here?
I'm gonna move up just in front of the oxen, I guess.
I will move over to here.
I'm gonna pull out my axe as well and look around.
Cool.
I'm gonna see if I can see anything.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yep.
20. All right. Not natural 20, but 20 nonetheless. All right. So, yeah, you also pick up on the same kind of sounds that Jinsey was hearing. And, but as you guys are getting closer and as you sort of like you're only like 20, 30 feet away now, the rustling immediately stops. And the voices, the whispers stop. And then now it's like completely dead silent.
Can I peer into the woods behind me? See if I see anything.
Yeah, show me which direction. Can you ping on the map you're trying to look?
Over
Okay.
there.
Go ahead and make a perception check also.
So is that where I hear the rustling stop?
It was coming from over by the horses in this area.
Okay.
All right, 16. So yeah, you're able to see into the woods with your keen elf vision, and you don't notice anything behind you out of the ordinary. You hear some squirrels running around. You hear the normal sort of birds chirping in the trees and stuff like that, but nothing appears out of the ordinary.
Can we notice anything about the horses themselves? Can we see them clearly?
At this distance, you can't see them super clearly. You have to get a little bit closer if you want to see them more clearly.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of like sneak over into this part of the bushes
Okay, go ahead. Move your token over there. All right.
then-
So as you look and look at the horses, is that what? Sorry.
Yeah,
jumping
yeah,
ahead.
basically, and look around more.
Okay. So you do notice that the saddlebags on the horses have been looted. The horses are clearly dead, not like pretend dead. Like there's actual blood kind of all over them. The arrows, do have the black feathers, like I mentioned, and the saddlebags are laying open, kind of flaps open. They're kind of at an angle, like it looks like they were clearly like rifled through and sort of ripped open at a fast speed. They weren't like carefully rifled through. It was just like a quick snatch and grab. It looks like. Also nearby, you notice there's an empty leather map case.
So yeah, so I want to kind of like basically scour through these bushes right here to see if I can't draw out whatever that noise was.
All right.
Do we recognize the
as-
horses, Josh?
Sorry.
Do we recognize the horses?
Let's see. Do you recognize the horses? Actually, yes, you do recognize the horses. Funny you should ask that. The horses do appear to be from, or you see they have the brand on them of Gundren's sort of his outfit. So you know that they belong to Gundren, and they were potentially members of his group.
Okay.
Gundren, again, being your patron.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody want to do anything else before Ryan sort of jumps into the bushes there and starts poking around? Or Jinsey, sorry.
I'm gonna move up a little bit.
All right.
Up there. That's good.
All right. So as Jinsey's kind of working through the bushes very stealthily, all of a sudden you hear, "Oi, who goes there?" And kind of sauntering out from the bushes, you see a goblin. And let me switch these guys over here.
To which I reply, "Who wants to know?"
You actually see 4 goblins. They all kind of appear from the bushes, sauntering out, kind of wielding, different sorts of weapons. Some of them have swords, some of them have crossbows. And they said, "Well, well, well, look what we have here. Somebody needs their purse lightened."
Okay. Yeah. So I basically just kind of laugh and it's like, "Ah, challenge accepted," and then pounce on the nearest one.
All right, not one to mince words here. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. And I'll talk you guys through how to do that real quick. Prepare to enter combat. So when you roll initiative, you actually have to click on your icon on the map first, which is sort of weird, but it's just a Roll20 thing. And cool, Farron and Jinsey, you already did that. And let me get the goblins real quick. Bum, bum. Oh, what happened to the music? A second. Let's get a little action music going. All right, you guys hear that?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right, let me know if it gets too loud or anything.
I have it turned down in settings.
All right, cool. All right. Let me get these goblins set up. Goblin. And I can share a little handout with you guys in a second. So let's see. This guy. This guy. Let's go initiative. They do have some like scripts and stuff for this, which I will need to do at some point. All right, the goblins are in. Cool. So goblin lower left is the first one who will go. All right. So the goblins see Jinsey kind of immediately spring into action without another word, and a little taken aback by his sudden sudden aggressiveness. They sort of step back for a second, but quickly sort of recover themselves. And the sort of lead goblin that you were talking to here says, "Get him, boys!" And they spring into action. All right, so this guy up front is going to go first. And he's going to run up to Jinzi since he's closest and take a swing at him. Let's see. Damn it, I keep closing my goblin thing. All right, so he's going to do a scimitar attack against you. And he gets a 16 to hit. Is that a hit?
Yes, it's a hit.
All right. So he does 3 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
So as he kind of rushes you, you're a little bit surprised because you're focused on the other goblin, and he kind of stabs you a little bit. He catches like the side of your leg and gets a nice gash in there. All right, next goblin's going to go, and he's the goblin that was initially talking to you, Jinzi. He's also going to take a swipe at you because you're right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Scimitar attack, he gets a 6, so he swipes at you, and you are able to, with your quick stealthiness and quick reflexes, kind of just duck under it, and also being short. The goblin's also short, but, you know, you can get yourself real low.
Cool.
All right, Farron, you are up next. So you get, John, you get an action, you get a move action, and you can do these in any order. So you can mix and match. You get 30 feet of movement for your move action, unless you have more or less based on your race, but normally it's 30. And then you can like move, attack, and then bonus action and move again if you want. Like you don't have to do your whole move all at once. And you can also do your action and your bonus action in any order. You can do bonus action first if you want. Most of the time, well, not most of the time, a lot of times you won't have a bonus action unless you have a specific like class ability that gives you something to do with the bonus action, or a specific spell that takes a bonus action. So just an FYI, you don't always have that. There's also reactions, but we don't really need to get into that yet.
Isn't there a way to like measure and move?
Yeah.
There's the little ruler thing. It's like a circle with a ruler in it.
That's right.
Right.
You click that, and then you click on your character, and then click to where you want to like measure to.
Yeah, it's a click and drag.
Yeah. So
No, I meant like after you measure your
so-
character will move that way.
Oh, I don't know about that, but what you can do is you can hold down the select thing, you left click, and then after you holding left click, you hold right click, and it will, you know, like show you how much you're going to move, and then when you let go, you'll move that.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's pretty slick. Today I learned.
So wait, I right click and then what?
No, you
You
hold
left
left click on your token, and then while you're holding left click, then you hold down right click, and it will show you the ruler.
So I will move. It's not doing that.
You have to click on the ruler tool in your left toolbar there.
Then I can't click on my token.
Yeah, but I mean, you're just measuring to know how far it is, right? You don't need to.
No, I just thought it'd be easier to like do that and have it auto move there. But
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Ryan's fancy shortcuts. I'll have to figure it out.
all right, so that's good. So I moved there, and then I'll attack the goblin that's right in front of Ryan, the one closest to me, with lightning lure.
All right. Can you pop that
Cool.
into chat? All right, so let's see. 15-foot radius, it's an action. One creature of your choice. You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at a creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you and then take 1d. All right, let me make a strength saving throw for him. All right, so he gets a 17, so he does succeed. So as you shoot out your lightning lure, he kind of sees it coming out of the corner of his eye and dodges it at the last minute. Let's see here. So it doesn't look like it takes the lightning damage unless he actually gets pulled within 5 feet of you, I think, if I'm reading that right. So I don't think he takes any damage from that, unfortunately. All right. Would you like to take any bonus actions?
Not sure if I have him. Do I?
Yeah, let me check your character. Sometimes your cantrips are bonus actions.
So that was a
Let's see.
cantrip.
Okay. Actually, it looks like all your cantrips are full actions. Let me check your features real quick. Advantage on saving throws, false identity. At second level, you get sorcery points. You tap into blah blah blah. Represent sorcery points. You gain more. Okay, I don't know what sorcery points do yet, but
I can use them to make more spell slots.
okay, cool. All right, so yeah, I don't think you have anything you can do right now with the bonus action.
No.
You can move more though if you want to finish.
I was
your
gonna say I
remaining-
will back up a little.
Cool.
So I did what? 10, I think 10.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
All right, I'm good.
All right, nice. All right, Jinzi, you're up.
Crumbopulous
Okay.
shadows.
Yeah, so I'm actually I'm gonna basically just attack this dude below me.
Go for it.
So let's do.
All right, 11. Unfortunately, that does not hit. So as you swing at him, he kind of blocks it with his arm. He has like a leather armor on his arm, and it kind of glances off. It wasn't like a direct hit, so no hit there.
And then I'm gonna move back.
All right, keep in mind if you move, they will get attacks of opportunity on you.
Yeah. But I'm gonna kind of move back to the bushes where I was, 15 feet. So.
Okay.
Just to kind of stay out of.
Oh yeah, let me mention one thing for your class, Ryan. The way I'm going to do stealth with you is if you can break line of sight with them, I'll let you go back into stealth in combat, but you can't be standing in front of them and go back into stealth.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, that
you
makes
do
sense.
have a feature at level 2 that lets you use a bonus action to go into stealth or do a couple other things like you could disengage or I think one other thing. So if you want to use that as your bonus action, you could do that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because you are in the bush over where you're at now. You have broken line of sight.
Yeah, allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action each turn in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll stealth then. All right, 22. I'm pretty sure that's gonna, you easily hide in the bushes and kind of vanish and disappear. And the goblins that were, they do get an attack of opportunity on you though since you moved.
Okay.
Let me do that real quick. So the first guy goes for a 12. Does that hit?
No.
All right, and the second guy gets an 8. So they both swing and miss at you as you sort of dive backwards and roll into the bushes and in a puff of leaves.
The 5 Ds of
They're like, what? Where'd he go? All right.
Look at the scary little gnome.
Dive, dip, dodge, and go.
That's right. All right, it's this guy up in the upper right. It's his turn, so he's going to pull out his crossbow and shoot at you, Farron. Since you are the only one right up front that he can see right now. Let me check the range on that. 35. All right, so... yeah, he's got plenty of range on that. Actually, it's a short bow. My bad, not a crossbow. All right, and that's a 13 to hit. Does that check your armor class?
Oh, wait, for me? Sorry, I was
Yeah.
looking at other things. 16.
Okay, so he fires off his short bow and it whizzes past your ear. Blows your hair back a little bit. All right, the next goblin goes, and he's the guy on the bottom. And he's also going to shoot at you, Farron, because you are closer. And he gets a 12, so that misses also. So, pew pew! You get... it's getting a little dicey in here, but you are still standing and not wounded. So,
Nice.
pray to
I
your
just
lucky
suddenly
stars.
dodge back and forth.
All right, Oratir, what are you going to do?
So I'm gonna run up on the one up front,
All right,
but I am not gonna rage yet.
cool.
There, that should be 25.
Very nice.
All right. And I don't have attack of opportunity moving in, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's
Only
only if
moving
you're
around.
disengaging.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to attack this one right in front of me.
All right. You do have a reckless option as a class feature, by the way, I think at level 2. So if you do want to do that, just let me know before you roll, and you get advantage on that. But you also, there's a downside, like they hit you more easily too.
Yeah, they got advantage. I'm not going to use that yet.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to attack with my great axe.
Oh, just misses. All right. So as you swing at him, the goblin kind of, being very short, just kind of ducks and rolls out of the way a little bit, and your axe like slams into the bushes next to him.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. Let's see. Next up is the guy facing you, Oratir. So he's going to take a swipe at you. His scimitar. Oh, and he gets a crit, unfortunately. That's a 20. So let's see. I'll roll damage here. So he does 11 slashing damage to you. So as you're sort of swinging your axe at him, and he, pretty nimble, kind of rolls back onto his feet and just slices out with his scimitar and gets you like right in the thigh, and you like grab your leg and try to hang on, but you take a pretty decent slash to the leg for 11 damage.
All right, so I'm down to 14.
All right. Next up is the guy right behind him, and he's gonna whip out his short bow and shoot at Farron, since kind of the other goblin's a little bit in the way. Let's see.
Dun dun dun.
All right, short bow. So 12 to hit. I don't think that hits. Nope. All right. Pew!
There's
Another
dodging
arrow
arrows
goes whizzing
everywhere.
by. You are very slippery, and they are very bad. All right, Farron, you are up. What do you want to do?
Let's see. I'll actually cast Firebolt at the one that just shot at me.
Very nice. Can you pop that in the chat when you get a second? To make sure I'm... All right. So range is 120. Modifier. Let's see. Range spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll your attack. I think for that one, if you may have a shortcut to actually roll for that one. Just try it real quick. Or if you can see a way to roll automatically for that. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Perfect. All right. So that is a 14. That unfortunately does not hit.
Damn it,
just
man.
missed.
God.
So as you're kind of dodging the arrows, you sort of like fire off a firebolt real fast, but you're still sort of moving, and it goes a little bit like flies over the goblin's head. The bush behind him kind of explodes into fire, and he kind of turns around and smirks at you a little bit. All right, Jinzi. Oh, Farron, do you want to do anything else? You can move, bonus
good.
action. All right.
Nah.
Goblins are pretty hard to hit, just FYI. They're like, not because they have great armor, but just because they're like very nimble. All right, Jinzi, you are up.
Cool. So I'm gonna basically move in and attack this guy up front. I should be able to fit right there, I think, being a gnome.
Yeah, so I'd say because you want to do a stealth attack, like a sneak attack.
Yeah, basically. But I don't have to have advantage if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the flip side of that ability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay, so you can just do a direct move.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a direct move. I'm going to attack with my short sword.
Alrighty.
So.
Go for it.
Bam.
Nice. 16 definitely hits. All right, roll for damage. 6 piercing damage. All right.
There's that.
Let's see.
And then I'm gonna
Does
use
that
my Oh, sorry.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna use my cunning action, basically to do what I did before, which is to kind of hop out and away and hide again.
All right. And that's your. Does that take a bonus action to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that you're taking the hide action then for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth again then. All right,
Huzzah!
perfect. You're good at sneaking, man.
Hey.
All right. So you definitely vanish into the bushes again. So as you kind of leap out of the bushes real quickly, as this goblin is kind of focused on Oratir, you leap out of the bushes to his side and quick do a stab like right between his ribs, and it goes all the way through. And you see your sword come out the other side. A spurt of blood like spurts out like onto Oratir's like body as you're like stabbing him from the side. And the goblin goes down. He's dead.
Nice. And as the carnage ensues, you just hear me with a ha I like it.
All right. Next up, it's the next goblin. So it's the top goblin, and he sees his buddy go down, and he's like, "You'll pay for that!" And he fires at Farron with his short bow. And that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so let's see here. You take 8 piercing damage from that. All right, so as you're watching all this ensue, you kind of miss the goblin sort of loading up and firing his bow at you, and it slams into your shoulder and kind of lodges there. Yeah, you're not feeling so hot. All right. Next up is the goblin at the bottom. He's gonna run up actually and try to attack Oratir. And let's see here. So he's gonna do a scimitar attack. Ooh, 20. So that hits.
God damn, Josh.
Even at level 2, like characters are pretty squishy. Like, yeah, just keep in mind, like we can definitely die. All right, so he does 5 slashing damage to you. So he runs up, kind of sees that your one leg is hurt, and kind of catches you with the tip a little bit. It doesn't go nearly as deep as the other cut, but definitely draws some blood. So that's 5 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm down to 9.
All right, Oratir. 2 bleeding legs. What do?
I'm gonna rage.
Good plan. I would like to rage.
All
right.
And then I'm gonna attack the guy that just attacked me
All right.
with my great axe.
Very nice.
BT dubs.
Actually, I'm also gonna. No, I'm just gonna attack. Well, yeah, just attack. I'm already getting hurt, so.
Perfect. All right, so you get 15 to hit. That hits. Do you want to describe it?
So I swing my axe down onto him, and just catch him in the shoulder. Let's see how much damage it does before I say what I do.
Nice. Right. You can also add +2 to that because you have your rage thing. And if you want to flip your rage modifier on in your character sheet, that will do it for you automatically.
Did not count it?
Oh, you know what? That was a regular roll. Click on where it says Great Axe on the actual
Okay.
chat.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, nice. So you, how does he die?
I shot down into his shoulder, straight into his rib cage.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. So
He just kind of falls over.
you guys see Oratir just like let out this battle cry. Gah! And he pulls out his axe after getting kind of, death by paper cuts by these 2 goblins, and he's clearly had enough, and he just slams his axe down in this goblin and almost like half. Basically, the goblin is just like laying there in a giant bloody heap now. All right, so he's done.
I feel
Very
better.
nice.
You hear him faint.
What was that? You're cutting out a little bit, Ryan. You may want to turn that thing that you turned on back off again.
Yeah, no,
On
I
Discord.
say you hear like a faint from, or I do anyways, hiding inside the bushes.
Nice. All right, let's see who's left. So that goblin's done. All right, it is now this bad boy. He is looking a little scared now that you guys have taken out 2 of his compatriots, and he's not feeling so hot at the moment, even though you haven't hit him yet. So he's sort of like tossing his short sword like back and forth between his hands, and like, feeling lucky, are we? And he sort of in a fit of sort of last minute desperation, rushes at Farron in the back. And he's going to move up his, there's about 30 feet there and take a swipe at you.
How did he move, Josh?
What do you mean? How did he move?
Like, did he go around us or did he go through us?
Let's see. He went around you.
But didn't I get an attack of opportunity on him?
That is true. You can take that attack. Good call. Go
Cool.
ahead and roll for an attack. That definitely hits. 18.
Nice.
Oh, man. All right, so let me back up a little bit. Good call. Yeah, please call me out like that if I forget stuff, because I'm not I haven't done this a ton yet.
Sure.
So as he is running over the course of the guy you just cleaved in half, and he does a nimble leap to try to get over him, looking for the sort of what he thinks will be the easier target in the back. You just take your great axe and just do a horizontal swipe and just cleave him directly in half, torso from legs, and you catch him right in the midsection and just obliterate him. So he is also down.
Love it.
Whoops. I'm gonna put those guys next to each other.
There I go killing again.
Oh boy.
All right, let me take him off the turn order. Let's see who's left here. All right, one goblin left. All right, so Farron, what do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to move to wherever I just put my thing. I think.
Feel free to move over. You can move party members over the dead bodies without having to go around them. So.
No, it's fine. I want to be right.
Oh, okay, just a heads up.
And as I move, I yell, "It's time to be finished with this." And then I cast Witch Bolt onto that last guy.
Oh shit! All right. Let's see. Witch Bolt, if I remember right, is one of the more powerful ones. Yeah, 1d12 lightning damage. So this does require concentration, because I think if it doesn't kill him in the first blast, you get advantage or something on the following shots. Let's see. Use your action to do. Use your action to do anything else. Right. Okay. So basically, the way this works is you cast your first Witch Bolt, and then it's a concentration spell for a minute. So on subsequent actions, if he's not dead, you can cast additional Witch Bolts. But if you do anything else, the spell breaks. So it's kind of cool because you only need one spell slot shooting it, basically. So it's kind of a neat, almost like a damage over time thing. Okay, so go ahead and make a ranged spell attack. And I think you probably just click on it. Yep. Wham! All right, that definitely hits. And go ahead and roll for damage. If you click on where it says Witch Bolt in the chat, right next to the +5. All right, 3 lightning damage. Cool. All right, so you kind of leap over to the side around the dead bodies that are littering the area around here, and you mutter some words, and the purple kind of beam of light shoots out of your hand and slams into the back of this goblin as he's clearly not not wanting to stick around for too much longer. But before he can get away, wham! You hit him with the bolt, and you see blood kind of splurt from the side of him. And there's a little line of purple energy that everybody can see, kind of connecting the goblin back to Farron. And that's sort of the channeling energy that you're kind of keeping and holding there. So he takes 3 points of damage.
And then I mark one slot being used, right?
Yes, but again, since it's concentration, you can keep shooting this one over and over again on subsequent turns. All right, Jinzi, you're up.
Cool. So, we need to get some information out of this guy. So I want to kind of sneak over to the bush right here, still kind of hidden, and then leap from above and grapple him.
Okay.
So that we can kind of question him a little bit.
Sure. Let me refresh my memory on grappling real quick.
So it's either athletics or acrobatics.
Why do I hear Ryan doubled? There's an echo.
I think it's.
Yeah, I hear it.
groups.
Sounds like he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about now?
That's better.
Okay. Yeah. So it's my athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics, I believe.
Okay, go ahead and roll then. And I will roll for him. Let's see.
Shazam.
Make a strength and athletics check. Yep. Okay. So they make a dex check though. All right. Cool. Damn it! I keep closing my goblin window by accident. 1 second.
Oh, Mr. Fancy has a goblin window.
I got me a goblin window. It's my special goblin window. All right, dex.
I'm firing my laser.
You definitely are.
All right, so he tries to dive out of the way, but with your superior acrobatic skills, you kind of anticipate his movement and just tackle him to the ground, and he's now grappled.
Nice.
So let me check also on this.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so then, as I've grappled him, I yell out, "The two on the horses! Where are they?" Swear to me! Swear to me!
Not quite as intimidating when a gnome says.
You take that back!
Oh my god, that's awesome. All right, I'm just checking on the grappled. So a grappled creature's speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to speed. If the grappler is incapacitated, it obviously ends. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, so what did you ask him again? Sorry.
The two on the horses, where are they? Where'd they go?
Oh, he says, "I won't tell you anything."
It's like, okay, so that was my, let's see. You can take a bonus action on each of your turn to combat.
So
Yeah, so I used my grapple, so I was seeing the grapple included for cunning, but that was my action basically.
yeah. So I'll say, if you guys want at this point, since he's the only one left, and Jinzi is grappling him, you can easily restrain him with the party, and we'll end combat if you would like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like it's worth keeping him alive if there's some. I mean, he basically said, "I'm not going to tell you anything," which means he knows something. So we should probably try to get it out of him.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? Or you can describe to me what you would like to do with him.
Yeah. So basically, one of us, while I'm grappling him, one of y'all should just knock him out, and then we'll tie him up and throw him in the cart.
I'm going to move over there and tie him up.
Okay. So he's like struggling as you're tying him up, but I mean, between the two of you, you clearly have him overpowered. So you guys have the rope in your pack, and you use that and tie his hands and feet kind of behind himself. And he's like spitting at you and cursing at you the whole time. So now he is fully restrained. But he's
Sweet.
still awake.
Good. I want him to hear what we're gonna do to him.
The safe word is mailbox.
You want to talk about it?
Wow.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we tie him up, we take him back, and we put him in the cart. So.
All right. Do you you gonna ask him any questions or anything, or if you want to try to like intimidate him further, you can go ahead and like make an intimidation check. If you want to like do that now, or if you want to wait till later, that's fine. Or whatever you want to do is fine. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll. I could do an intimidation check, or probably better for Orator to do it.
Yeah, I can do it. Well, actually, intimidation is charisma, right?
Indeed, it
Yeah.
is.
Good.
Oh, so hey, Farron, come over here and intimidate this asshole.
Alright, so I come over and I kind of, loosely, but enough force for him to know it, put my hand around his neck and ask him, "You will tell us what happened to these two, or we will end your life."
All right. Go ahead and roll for intimidation. All right, very nice.
Hollow.
So as he, he realizes that you're sort of shot the witch bolt at him, and he feels kind of the energy from the bolt still kind of tapering off and connecting you and him, and his eyes get pretty wide at that point. He says, "Okay, all right, I'll tell you. What do you want to know?"
The two on the horses. Where are they?
Well, we caught them here yesterday, and we've taken them back to our hideout, which is back in the woods that way. And he points kind of over this direction.
Cool. So Jinzi kind of stands there, wide-eyed, kind of adrenaline pumping from the battle. You could tell that he's very enthused by what's going on. As he slowly licks the blood off his blade, he stares at the goblin and says, for your damn it, my voice fucking cracked while I was trying to.
But it fits for the note, so just go with it.
For your sake, I hope they're still alive.
He says, "Well, we have a leader, and his name is Clark, and he's a bugbear. He answers to King Grawl, who is our chief. We are the Cragmar tribe."
How many back at your camp?
He says, he kind of thinks for a minute, and then he says, no more than 20. No more than 20 of us.
And as he answers the question, Jinzi slowly approaches, slides down the hill, slowly approaches and kneels in front of him, and replies to him, "Your services are no longer required," and basically buries the dagger in his face.
All right, and with that, he goes down in a bloody heap, and that is that. We'll close combat here. Very nice. You guys made short work of those guys.
They almost made short work of me.
Yeah, you were. I was looking a little dicey there for a second. You got that one good hit on you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, we all kept rolling 14s, which was right at the,
right.
the threshold of their difficulty class. So it's just what the hell, man?
I mean, we were getting bad. We were getting good rolls. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
If we could have done a full party wipe on this, it would have been hilarious.
And we're
done.
All right. So as you're kind of stepping over the bloody corpses of your mayhem here, Farron, you kind of look off in the direction that the goblin pointed up to the northeast, and you're able to see that there's not like a trail or anything, but it's kind of what looks like maybe like a game trail. Like you can tell that creatures have run through there, and it's a little bit worn. You see kind of branches broken on the trees a little bit in this direction and in the bushes. So certainly people have been using it, or something has been using it, but it's not like a marked trail. There's obviously no signs or anything. You also notice that kind of the area around where are laying the road looks like it's been pretty disturbed. It looks like the goblins may have been sort of using this as an ambush point more than once, not just this one day they ambushed you. So it seems to be sort of a regular staging area from what you can tell based on sort of your keen observation.
Tell my members, it appears that they use this area quite often for antics like this. Off in the distance, I can see trails where they typically come in and out of. I think we need to go that way.
Agreed.
So we're going after them.
Beforehand, maybe we should hide the cart and the provisions. It would be a shame to get back and find them missing.
I also do not want to break any ties with Gundren, so yes, we shall go after them.
Guess we don't get paid if we don't go. All right, let's move the cart off.
All right, where do you guys want to put it? Which side of the road?
Probably maybe, I don't know, here.
Okay.
Maybe hide it, take it a little bit into there's this little clearing. So yeah,
Sure.
just kind of put it in there, and hide it.
All right. We'll
I was
say
wondering
you.
why we wanted to go over here, because I didn't see anything over there, and if they came from this way, then it's gonna be right there, you know.
Yeah, but if they came from that way, then we would hit them on the way in. So,
True.
I mean,
All right.
we're going to be between them and the cart the entire time. So,
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you two fight it out.
Meanwhile, the cows just like, moo.
He starts to go
Somebody
to
make
that
up their
side,
minds.
and then he starts to go to the other side, and then he starts to go back to the first side.
All right, so you hide the cart in the bushes. It's far enough off the road that like people passing by, you feel pretty confident that nobody's gonna just like accidentally see it there. Obviously, unless the cow like decides to like take off for some reason, but he's not really that kind of cow.
They never are.
He's
pretty.
he's pretty docile. He's been used to pulling carts for a long time. All right, just as a note, since we're all kind of new at this, if you want to regain hit points like short term, you can take a short rest now, like make a campfire. You'll roll a hit dice to regain some lost hit points, or you can dive ahead if you're concerned about time or anything like that. And it's still fairly early in the morning right now, by the way, so you have plenty of daylight left if you want to go adventuring.
I think we want to do a short rest. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a short rest.
All right. Cool. So I'll say, let's move you guys over here for a second.
How long's a short rest?
That's about an hour.
It's really just for regaining hit points.
That's right.
That's it.
Pretty much. You don't, unless you have a class feature that lets you do it. You don't normally regain spell slots until a long rest.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and burn a hit dice.
All right. Cool. Nice.
Wait, why did it do it 3 times?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
Well, you can just take the first one
Okay.
if you want to roll one. And
Do it as well.
cool.
I'll do 15. Yeah.
The way hit dice work are you get more of them as you level up, and you can use as many of them as you want on a short rest, but a long rest will replenish up to half of them. So it's kind of a sliding scale a little bit. Like you won't get all of them back on a long rest. So just keep that in mind.
In 5e, does a long rest like completely heal, or is it only like?
Yes, long rest will completely heal, I believe.
Gotcha.
All right. So you've kind of sat around the campfire, had a couple drinks.
Did we lose him?
I've got so many drinks I blacked out and didn't even hear the Overlord anymore.
Okay.
May have-
Well, he's sleeping. I'm gonna run to the restroom while he's doing that.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, never mind. Hey,
Hey, there he is.
Yeah. Another blip. Sorry.
it's all good.
What did you guys hear last?
Had a drink.
You had a drink.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you kind of brushed off the goblin guts a little bit. Cleaned off the blood off of your swords and various instruments of battle, and kind of rest up for a second, for an hour, feel a little bit better, and you're ready for action.
On the road. On the road again.
All right, we're heading to the woods.
Yep.
All right, give me a marching order. It's a kind of single file trail. You can go side to side if you want, but it's going to be a lot harder to get through the underbrush.
So I'm gonna bring up the rear.
Yeah. I'll go first then.
That'll be in the middle.
Right.
I'll be just enough to keep them from killing Furon in the middle.
All right. Let me grab my notes here. All right. And we're actually gonna, for this part, I'll leave this map up for now. All right.
I like to be
we
tall,
loot
dark, and handsome, and small, dark, and ugly.
Did we loot them before we left? I couldn't remember.
No.
Nah.
You guys have not done anything with them?
Good. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything there.
I mean, you haven't looted them, so if you want to try to loot them, you can.
No, I mean, I'm fine without doing it. They're
Okay.
goblins. I don't want to touch them.
I kind of
Alright.
want to loot them. I kind of want to. Can I run down the hill real quick and loot them?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna go loot this first one to the right of me.
All right, let me just check something here.
Oh, there's one thing I did want to do. I want to go grab the map case that we saw on one of the horses.
Oh yeah, good call.
Oh,
Okay. All right, so you can put that in your inventory if you want to track it. You can add new items to your character sheet at the bottom. Let's see here. All right.
How much does the map case weigh?
I'm not going to track weight too carefully. It's really, you just put one if you want.
Okay.
We're not going to do anything crazy. Like, you're not going to carry the cow along with you on your shoulder. It's not going to happen.
Aw.
I don't want anyone to steal the cow.
We're taking it with us.
We may need some milk.
We need some milk.
Straight from the udder. All right. Hold on 1 second. Telling you, half of GMing here is just like keeping your windows straight. 'Cause there's so many. All right.
Did you get an Odyssey?
Let's see here. Okay. So the goblins have. Let me just do a roll here real quick. Oops. Oops. Can you guys see that roll?
Yep.
Okay, so the goblins have a total of 11 gold amongst them. If you fish out of their pockets.
Sweet. I'll let's see. I'll take 3 and you guys can take 4. I'm not really here for the gold.
Here for the killing.
Precisely. See, this guy gets it.
Too bad I took 2 away from you then.
All right.
Sharing is caring.
All right, let's see. So, the party is heading into the woods. And let's see. Jinsey, you're bringing up the rear, right?
Yep.
All right, so you guys, take off into the woods, following the game trail. It's still light out. The woods are pretty thick, though, so, it's kind of dim lighting. You're...
Oh.
Cut out again.
Yeah, we lost him again.
Very dim lighting.
You're...
Hello.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
There you are.
Hello.
We lost you at dim lighting.
I may switch to my Wi-Fi if this... Yeah. We'll see how often this happens. If it keeps happening, I'm going to switch to my other adapter just to see if that's any better. All right. So, dim lighting. Yeah. So you're cruising along for, what feels like about a mile. And Orateer, go ahead and make a perception saving throw for me.
A perception saving throw?
Or, sorry, wisdom saving throw. My bad.
Okay. And wait, am I taking am I taking something negative for the dim lighting?
Nope. Just straight up save throw. Oof. Okay. Let me just see
My
here.
shitty rolls.
All right, so as you're cruising along, and Orateer is in the front, you suddenly hear a snap from the tree, kind of like off onto the right of the trail, and you see some leaves kind of like poof into the air real quick next to Orateer, sorry, and there's a rope that's kind of wrapped around his leg, and it grabs him, and it shoots into the air, and he's now dangling upside down from a tree by one leg, and there's clearly a booby trap.
Cool. Can I leap off of Pharaoh's back up into the air and cut the rope down?
You can certainly do that.
Cool. What do I need to roll for that?
You don't need to roll anything. You can Just go ahead and cut it.
Sweet.
While he's doing this, I say, clearly orcs aren't very perceptive.
He is fairly high off the ground though. Just keep in mind, like his head is about 10 feet off the ground right now.
There's no way. There's no way he can do that then.
I mean, you can climb up the tree or whatever. Like it's within reach. It's not like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not within. It's certainly within reason.
His head's 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
How tall are elves?
Well, he's a. Oh.
Because I jumped off of Faron's head, so.
So the things that I looked up and did it, I put my. Well, I should have. Should have looked this up to like do the roll thing, but I put 5'9". I don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're what, 3 foot tall?
All right, if you want to if you still want to do a jump instead of like just climbing up the tree and cutting it down, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Wait, can I like cup my hands together and then throw him up like as he runs towards me and jumps?
Yeah, sure.
There
Make
we
a. Let me see here.
Can I
Go ahead and make a strength check for that.
Can I just make a check to like bend over at the waist and like try to use my hand axes to?
Oh, sorry, but I'm not throwing you very far.
Yes. If you want to try to cut yourself down, you can do that. Go ahead and make an athletics check for that, or actually make a dexterity check for that.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, so you're able to kind of reach up with your great ab strength and sort of saw through the rope with your weapon. And as you get to the bottom, you know, the rope's starting to fray and snap, and you fall headfirst to the ground and take 1d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall onto your head. So go ahead and roll a d6.
Could have brought the card over. Could have landed on.
All right.
I just kind of oof when I hit the ground.
Hear some bones crackle.
All right. What would the party like to do?
Cool. So, so since we sprung a track, obviously we need to look around and see if we notice anything.
Yep.
And by this point, I kind of move a little bit closer so that we're all kind of better grouped together.
Okay.
Do you want to look the trap together?
Do you want to look around this area or keep going?
Yeah, just kind of take a brief glance, I guess, in the air, in the direction that we're headed to make sure that, you know, we don't
Okay.
we don't see anything.
All right. So if you glance, you know, you guys are standing there, kind of just sprung this trap. You look ahead. You don't see anything ahead immediately. It just looks like more of the game trail. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me anyway. All right. Wow, that's a good one.
I mean, I see you.
Kind of thin of a trail as it had been until this point.
Oh, did you cut out again?
Oh, Jesus. All right. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch, and hopefully it will be a little better.
That's cool. We're it's 9:45, so what do you say we just take like a 5-10 minute break and then reconvene?
Perfect.
Yes. Bio break.
All right. Sounds good,
Cool.
guys.
Yep. Be right back.
Word. Hey, whoa, easy. Whoa.
I like Ryan's setup there.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
nice.
sexy.
So I'm trying to look too. I think one thing that I can do as a bonus action is use sorcery points to turn it into a spell slot.
Awesome. Good stuff.
So you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time. One bonus action.
I think you have a point tracker for your sorcery points on your character sheet too, so you can.
Yeah, I do.
You can, yeah. Feel free to use those then whenever. You can also, if we're outside of combat and you just want to like preload one, you can totally do that.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. Even from Roll20, it says you can transform unexpended sorcery points into 1 spell slot as a bonus action on your turn.
Awesome.
Not that I needed it right away, but
Yeah. What do you have? Three slots at level 2. There's a tracker on your spell sheet, by the way, for your spell slots remaining.
yeah. So I have 3 level 1 slots, but I could potentially. I don't know how much I need to look at how much it costs to do stuff. I'm assuming like level 2 slots cost more sorcery points, but I could give myself like a level 2 and then cast things as level 2, I guess.
I think you only unlock new slots as you level up, so I don't think you have unless you have a level 2 slot at character level 2. Sorry, so your spell slots don't correspond to your character level, which is a little confusing. Like they need D&D needs like better syntax because a spell slot level doesn't mean like if you're level 2 as a character, it doesn't mean you have a level 2 spell slot.
But if I have enough sorcery points to unlock one, could I not do that?
I don't think so. It sounds like they're just like to replenish ones that you've already used. Usually gaining new slots is like a level up feature, but I can definitely double check on that.
You have
I
to
mean, I have a plus sign beneath it right now. I can click it and see what happens.
Yeah, just because you see plus signs in Roll20's thing doesn't mean.
Yeah, technically you can edit the whole sheet. Like Macintosh, it doesn't prevent you from doing anything. So it's not really like designed to have guardrails like that. Just in case you want to play the game differently than standard rules or something. Okay, cool. So you guys ready?
We're back.
All
I
right.
just noticed the handout art you did.
Yep, those are
the little fuckers we
friendly
just took out.
friendly neighborhood miscreants.
Yeah, meth, not even once.
All right. You guys want to give me a new marching order, or want to keep the party kind of how it was before?
Yeah, how it was before is fine with me.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So you did notice that kind of clearing ahead, Jinzi. So if you want to do something when we get to that, you can tell me. Let me get my notes again.
I'm gonna look around the clearing, like see if I notice anything.
Okay, so it's about 100 yards up from where the first trap was that you sprung, and you guys kind of jog up to the clearing a little gingerly. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Shh.
20.
Nice. So you see, kind of in the clearing area, kind of what looks to be sort of stuff kind of put over the ground. There's a bunch of like leaves and debris, and it looks a little bit kind of unnatural, like it was put there by something.
So can we purposefully trigger it and maybe hide and wait for anything that comes to investigate?
Sure. How do you want to trigger it?
Can I throw the gnome at it?
I'll let you guys work that out among yourselves.
Eat me. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. You shoot it with an arrow and nothing. Wait, do you have a bow or a
Yeah,
crossbow
I
or
have
something?
Yeah, I have a short bow.
Okay. Nothing really happens. The arrow just kind of pings off the what appears to be the rubble and doesn't really do anything.
Ah. Which means it's maybe a pit covered with stone.
Should I just burn it?
Sounds good to me.
I cast firebolt at the leaves and stuff that's laying there.
Okay. Is that a cantrip again?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys kind of step back a little bit to make sure nothing gets you as you're doing this, Farron mutters an incantation, and you see a globe of fire appear in his hands, and whoosh, fire shoots out towards the rubble, and you see kind of the leaves starting to evaporate, and what looks like a bunch of like sticks were kind of like roughly placed across the trail. And as things start to burn and the sticks start to go up in smoke, it does look like there's like a pit kind of underneath the trail. It's about as things continue to burn, you see it's about 6 feet wide, kind of covering the area of the clearing.
Yeah, let's walk up to the edge and look down it.
Before we do that, I want to look around like the edges of the clearing to see if I notice anything.
Okay. As you're walking around, and you guys are all pretty much on like high alert at this point, since obviously you've already sprung one trap. You don't really notice anything else kind of around the edge of the clearing. You just hear sort of again the regular sounds in the woods, but yeah, nothing suspicious.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
Cool. Yeah, let's walk up and look down.
Okay.
It's actually, I don't know how deep it is, but maybe we get Farron to shoot another one of his firebolts down through it to kind of illuminate and see what's down there.
Yeah, okay. So as you kind of look over the edge, you see that the pit is about 10 feet deep.
Oh.
So it's not, the walls are not actually that steep. So, it's kind of like gradated. So, if somebody fell in, they could probably actually climb out without too much trouble. And that's about it. There's just some stones at the bottom. It's nothing too fancy.
Cool. Okay, well, we can probably just ignore it and walk around it and continue on.
Alrighty.
But did we see the second pit? No.
Yes, but what's in that second pit?
All right.
If you're
You can
talking
each
about your
award
armpits,
yourself.
I prefer not to look.
You can each award yourself 300 XP for making it past the ambushes and killing the goblins.
Hollow.
The way this works on your character sheets is it's in like the upper right, and when you get to the point where you have enough XP to get to the next level, the little character mancer symbol will automatically appear next to that box, and that means you can
Nice.
level up.
How much XP?
300 total for each of you.
300.
You should-
Hollow.
You should have started at 300 for level 2.
Yeah, you were already
That's
at
right.
300 because you're level 2, so you should.
600 now.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. Sweet.
And just to give you an idea, the levels go 0 for level 1, 300 for level 2, 900 for level 3, and it goes on a curve after that. So,
Fair.
all right, cool. All right, so continuing on.
Can I I feel the experience wrap around me in like a faint light, and to which I hold up my dagger and call out, "I have the power!" Or is that too much?
I mean, you already did it.
Okay, cool. But nobody else sees anything. They just see me holding up a dagger and chanting that. So,
Not the weirdest thing you've done so far.
you're not wrong.
All right.
I turned to Orton and said, "This one's a little loony, isn't he?"
Just grunt back at him.
You just hear me faintly in the distance say, "Blow me" as I walk away. Blow me. I'll act it out for you.
Guys, you're going to be best friends. All right. Cool. So you want to continue on, or what do
Yep.
you want to do?
I'm done. Continue on.
I mean, we're really halfway through the period, so
All right. So you continue on down the trail in the same marching order. You make it about another mile down the trail, a little scraped up from running through all the bushes and stuff. But you start to see like a large clearing ahead, or what looks like maybe kind of a face of stone, like a stone face. And as you get closer, you come to see that it is, in fact, kind of a stone cliff in front of you. And in front of the cliff, as you kind of come out from the woods and into a little clearing, you see what looks to be kind of a stone door, sort of embedded a little bit in the face of the cliff. And I'm actually going to switch screens here. You guys should all be able to see that. Let me know if the lighting works. You should be able to see kind of a bubble of light around your characters, but you shouldn't be able to see like the whole map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And let me check something here. All right, awesome. So, let's see. So you follow the Goblin's Trail. Basically, there's a shallow stream kind of coming out of from under sort of this door that you see. And the stream is about 2 foot deep, so it's fairly shallow. You can easily like walk through it. And there's kind of the dry sort of game trail that you've been running on. You see it sort of lead over here to the side, kind of past these bushes here on the right, and you see there's like a little opening to the side, like sort of in the bushes there. That's kind of where the trail ends.
So it's
This kind of area of like thicket here, you can't really see past it. It's pretty dense, so you don't really know what's on the other side.
Cool. Do we just want to move to that thicket and start kind of slowly making our way up towards it, up the stream?
how do you ping?
I just use your there you go.
Hold down left.
You have to be on the side move though.
What is this, Josh?
That's the door you see in the cliff face.
Okay, so the little like brook runs straight into the cliff face where the door is.
Yeah, it's coming out like actually underneath the door a little bit.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm actually gonna move up north to this this thicket and kind of hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Oh. All right.
All right. Let me check something real quick. All right, so you stealthily make your way over to the thickets, and you don't really hear or see anything, out of the ordinary, and you kind of hide in the bushes. Does the rest of the party want to sneak over as well, or just kind of stay where they are?
I wanna like approach the door, but like warily.
Okay. Like warily or stealthily?
Warily.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. All right. So as you kind of come up to the door, you start to hear something a little bit to the right in this area over here.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, who goes there?" But you don't see anything yet.
Okay. I'm gonna see if, like, try to peer towards that direction to see if I can see more about who's calling out.
Okay, you can't really see through this thicket, unfortunately. It's like pretty dense. So you'd have to kind of go around the side if you wanna do that.
Okay. I'm just gonna, motion towards Gen Z and Farron and like give him like the head nod towards that direction. And I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to move over into this bush right here.
Okay, it's pretty thick. Like you're not able to actually creep through it because it's very heavy, like thicket. Like you're not able to pass through it.
Oh, okay.
Like a head.
Farron, what are you doing at this point?
Cast a magic missile with dart.
Feel free
I'll move
to
up
move
right
your
here.
token yourself too.
Attack the darkness.
Go crazy, John. Just move it everywhere on the map.
Woo! So
YOLO!
I can see around a little bit.
So yeah, so I'm gonna move around, right up to the door to kind of get a closer look.
All right. So as you move up, I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative. Bum, bum,
Crap.
bum, bum. And let me see.
Dang it!
Keep forgetting to click my guy before I did that.
I know it's
I
sometimes
got a better roll anyway, so who cares?
cool. Oh, I still have some goblins from last time. Oh, let me see. Let
Come
me
back
make sure
from
I
the
get
dead.
let me make sure I got the right rolls for you guys here.
I'm dead,
So
goblin.
18.
Told you we should have eaten him.
Jinzi, you had a 9. Wait.
It tastes like chicken.
Here. Farron. 18. Oh, I see. All right. All right. Let me get these guys. All right, so as Jinzi kind of sticks his head and peeks around the edge of the bush, an arrow comes flying out of the bush towards him. And let me do this real quick. So the first goblin kind of runs up here. I don't know if you guys can see him at that point.
If you moved him, I didn't. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Actually, let me check what layer he's on. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so he takes a shot at you. He's looks a little surprised to see anybody here, but nonetheless, he kind of heard you guys coming and takes a pot shot. So let's see, short bow. He gets 14 to hit. That's against Jinzi. Does that
Yeah.
hit?
Yeah, 14.
Okay,
My armor. Well, my armor class is 14. Does it have to be greater or equal?
equal.
Equal.
All right, so
That
the shot kind of hits you a little bit in the shoulder and draws some blood. All right, Farron, you are up next. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at him.
All right, so you can see him at this point. He's kind of peeked around the corner enough.
How many hit points did I take for that arrow?
4 piercing damage.
Josh, how are you doing line of sight, like edge to edge?
Yeah, you can use the ruler if you want to like kind of draw. But yeah, edge to edge is fine. I'm not going to be overly. If you want to ask about cover, you totally can. If it's like not clear if there's cover or not,
Okay,
and I'll make a call on it.
cool.
All right. So that's. What do I got to do again? Is that a? Oh, you just got to do a ranged spell attack for that one. Oof. All right, so you can't fully see the goblin at this point, and you fire off a firebolt, and it slams kind of into the cliffside. Whoop, the cliffside over here.
Oh, we're not doing critical misses? Nice.
Yeah, not this one.
Good.
Maybe later. I will throw some in there, but not this one. All right, so the goblin kind of sees the firebolt explode and jumps back a little bit. All right, Oratir, you are up.
I'm going to run in and attack.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to roar before I do it. This is probably a bad idea. All right, I'm going to attack with my great axe
My man.
on the one right next to me.
22. All right. Go ahead and
Holla.
roll for damage. Nice. How does he die?
Just like swipe at his neck and just opens him up and he falls back,
Very nice.
kind of gurgling.
All right. Goblin number 1 is already a goner, drowning in his own blood. Let's see. Goblin number 2 sees Oratir taking him out and runs up and swipes at you with his scimitar.
If he doesn't hit me, I will be shocked.
He doesn't hit you.
I'm shocked.
He is shocked.
So
Man is.
he looks a little flustered, and swipes at you, and clearly kind of pings off of your leg armor, since he's pretty short, and he is pretty intimidated seeing your giant half orc form just like murdering his buddy there.
Ooze.
And he actually drops his sword and says, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
Well, think about it.
All right, Jinzi,
So-
you're up. What do you want to do?
So can I'm not able to get around Oratir.
Yeah,
am I?
you can get through Oratir. You can walk through
Okay.
friendlies.
You can
Okay.
run through his legs.
Is he small?
I'm
The goblin?
No,
Gingy.
Jinzy.
I'm a gnome.
Yeah, he's a gnome. Yep.
Should be.
So I think you can do it without penalty anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm actually gonna do the same thing I did before, where I'm gonna run up and grapple the
Okay.
goblin.
Cool.
I'm imagining Jinzy just like running up and like doing like a flying pancake right into the gun.
Okay, so
So the goblin's kind of got his hands up now. Also, like his sword is dropped, and he's surrendering basically.
nice.
So you don't even have to really do a roll. Like you can just restrain him.
yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I grapple him, and I look as I've got him in a headlock. I ask him very intently, "How do we open the door?"
He says, he says, you have to know the secret password.
Okay, well, what's the secret password?
He says, he kind of looks around for a second. He says, you have to let me go. They'll kill me if I open this door. You have to let me go.
I'm gonna kill you if you don't.
All right, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Fuck.
Oh,
Like a,
so he kind of like doubles down. And he's like, no, you have to promise. You have to let me go.
Are we out of combat right now? Then?
Yeah, at this point, you can consider yourselves out of combat.
All right, I'm gonna grab him and lift him up and shake him. And apparently I'm weak. as fuck.
All right, make an intimidation check, Anthony.
I already did. It was bad.
Okay. Oh.
dang it.
So as you lift him up and shake him, he says, "Ooh, that tickles!" And he says, "But you gotta let me go."
I lose 2 hit points from the burn.
So while they're doing that, I'm to move up to and basically put my ear against it, see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. All right. You overwhelmingly hear, the babbling of the brook, but sort of with your keen sense of hearing, you can also hear what sounds like some low growls coming from inside, and what might be like some sort of eating noises. You hear some like snapping and kind of growling, and but that's about it.
Does the door go into the brook, or does it just go over top of it?
So it is over top of it. There's about 6 inches kind of like under it where, the water's coming out. So not really enough for anybody to kind of try to squeeze through.
Not even a gnome.
I mean, you could try.
I was gonna shove him under there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hold your breath.
As Oratir is shaking the hell out of the goblin, I kind of turn around and say, "The hell, we don't need him," and I move over to the door to try to fit under it.
Okay. Go
You stealth
ahead.
first?
Yeah. How do you just gotta kind of try to crawl under?
Yeah, you said it's just a minuscule stream, right? So there shouldn't be much water pressure.
Oh, we hear
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
on the other side of the door. Do you want
The
to stealth
full
first?
the full stream's about 2 feet deep, but like where the door crosses, it's only about like 6 inches of clearance, and it's like filled with
Oh,
water
shit.
because the stream's coming out.
Well, never mind. Like, okay, well, never mind. Yeah, we need to beat the password out of this goblin.
I'm gonna drag the goblin, or like, we'll just carry the goblin over to the brook.
Okay,
Shit's
Go for
about to get real.
do it up.
Enhanced interrogation technique incoming. Witness me. So to the goblin, I'll say, either you tell me or you drown.
All right. So the goblin says, so he kind of stares at the water and stares back at you and realizes you're not messing around. He says, "Okay, fine, but you can't kill me. I mean, I have nothing else, nothing left to lose. But I will open the door. You have to bring me up to it."
All right, I bring him up to the door.
All right. So as you bring him up to the door, he kind of puts his hand on it, and you see kind of a faint shimmer of sort of whitish bluish light as he kind of touches the door, and he says, "Raktalo Mobek Irma." And then all of a sudden, the door kind of grinds, and you hear like a kind of a movement, and it sounds like sort of gears grinding, and then it slowly moves this way to the left across the opening over the course of about 15 seconds. It slides sort of into the rock face over here. The goblin, who's still restrained at this point, says, Okay, I've done it. You have to let me go. They'll kill me."
I'll let you go. Jinzi, catch.
Yeah, as he hurls the goblin over towards me, I basically hold my blades up in the air and catch the goblin on top of them.
Okay. So that goblin is impaled, and he like sinks down on your blades, as kind of like his body weight sort of draws him down onto it.
I'm chaotic good. What do you want from me? Okay. Like,
All right. So
I'm a
he's
good
a
guy. I'm
goner.
just a little chaotic. That's
I did let him go.
That you did. All right. So the door is open.
All right, well, I'm gonna loot the goblin.
All right. Yeah. Check something here. All right. So the goblin had 6 gold on him, and his friend had 2 more gold on him.
All right, so you both take 4 and I take 3.
cool.
Some rich ass goblins.
Right.
That's all they had. They didn't have anything else. Anything?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Nada.
All right, I'm gonna move up to the doorway, or what was the doorway, and peer in.
All right. As you're getting closer to the doorway, you hear similar stuff to what Ferron heard earlier, but this time it gets a little louder, and you hear growls, "Arr," and you hear some snapping of jaws, or what sounds like snapping of jaws, and maybe some tearing of meat.
Can I see anything?
You can't really see a whole lot. Actually, if you guys are looking at your map, you should see like a green aura for your night vision. Are you guys seeing that?
No.
I am not.
No.
Okay, let me check real quick. Well, I do have dark vision turned on. Let me check the settings for the map real quick.
I can't move my character past the stream.
Oh, my bad. I forgot about. I have a barrier there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yep, you can see it now.
All right.
There it is.
Now you should see some night vision or something.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, cool. All right, so the stream you see kind of coming down the passageway from sort of the back of the cave, and you hear the growling and snarling kind of off to your right over in this area.
Let's not go that way.
You believe an enemy at your back?
Sure. All right, so I guess we just start pushing through up the stream slowly and surely.
Yeah, I'll move up a couple spaces. Can definitely
right.
see some stuff.
All right, so Oratir, as you peer around the corner, you see kind of as you're walking kind of in the water down the stream, You see like the embankment go up, and right here there's like a short set of steps to like a higher kind of plateau area over here, and you see 3 wolves kind of sitting in that area. They're pretty big wolves, generally like black and sort of mottled fur. They look hungry, and they see you kind of coming around the corner and immediately start growling and barking at you, rah, and snapping their jaws at you. But you see that they actually have chains around their necks, and the chains, all 3 of them, are tied to a single post in the middle of the room where the chains are restraining them. So they're straining forward, trying to get at you, but the chains are holding them back for the moment.
Let's see. So, you said they're wolves?
They are wolves, yes.
So I have speak with small beasts. So can I maybe
speak with animals?
Yeah.
Go ahead and pop that in the chat real quick.
Yeah. Let's see. It says.
Oh, speak with small beasts.
Okay. Yeah. Forest gnomes love animals and often keep squirrels, badgers, rabbits, moles, woodpeckers, and other creatures as beloved pets. Do they count? I guess they're a little bit larger than just small, like.
Yeah, this does not count. If you had speak with animals is like a spell that like rangers and some other classes can use. If you had that, you would be able to try to speak to them.
Okay, cool. But they're chained, right? So that we
They are currently chained.
So let's.
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss some rations to them.
Ah, very nice.
Good
Go ahead and make an animal handling check for me, Anthony.
God damn it. 7.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me check something.
I rolled
Okay. So, you toss the food to them, and they actually snap it out of the air before it even lands. You toss the rations, and they snarl and just like rip the rations to shreds, and then like gobble it down in like one gulp. And the 3 of them are like fighting over the bits. And then they like after they've devoured it, they look back at you and start barking immediately again.
I'd like to do the same thing.
Okay, go for it. Make a animal handling check.
Man.
So, they tear the next one to shreds, and as you see them kind of fighting each other, after that one's done, they actually leap towards you, and the post that was holding them into the ground just flies out into the air, and they all come lunging at you.
Damn it! Run!
So, everybody roll initiative.
Thought I was being clever.
It was a good call.
I was right there behind you. We could have
definitely could have worked,
man. Yeah. If you get that roll 20 premium, it adds like 10 to each roll. So
that's right.
You should probably do that.
I will actually pay for it if that's true.
All right. Are you guys seeing the turn order on the left side, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, Jinzi.
I didn't roll. I have to click it first, and I forgot.
Okay. I see. You have 21 up there. Let's see. Oh, you got a 3, though. Okay. That must be from last time.
Yeah, like that was the problem. It didn't show the 3.
I'll just enter it manually. Okay, you're good. All right, let me reorder that. So, Farron, you had 16, right? And Jinzi had 21. All right, Jinzi, you're up first. What do you want to do?
So I'm actually gonna take a step back just to kind of prepare. Well, no, I'm good where I'm at.
So you're not really, unless you go outside the walls and stuff, you're not really able to break line of sight, and there's not really a way to get into that room stealthily now that the wolves know you're there. So so hiding is not going to work.
I'm just gonna shoot at the nearest one with my short bow.
Okay. Very nice. That hits.
Finally. Holla.
All right. Wham! So you fire off your short bow, and it slams into the snout actually of the wolf who's like in front. He kind of leaps backwards, and the arrow sticking out of his face, and he is clearly hurt, but still standing.
Yeah, that's it for me this round.
All right. Farron, you are up.
All right, I need to move up so I can actually see anything.
Yep, go for it.
And remember, you can move past Ryan if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna worry too much about moving over each other. So, like, even for you, Oratir, you can move through the rest of the party. That's fine.
I did
Well,
find, however, you can
They get out of my way.
That's right.
Don't
click
kick me.
to see how far you've got.
Ah, okay. Very nice.
How do you do that?
So as you're dragging your character around, hit Q to like put a marker there and say like it's 15 feet to here, or
Ah, clever.
Oh, nice.
okay. So he hit the one in the front.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
As you guys are fighting, you also notice, like, the wolves are making a good amount of noise, but the sound of the brook is actually loud enough inside the cave that you're hearing it echo like, in your ears significantly, and you kind of get the sense that, like, even though you're fighting these wolves and they're making a lot of snarling noises and stuff, it's probably not going to like be travel down the rest of the cave too far
Alert
because
anyone?
there's so much noise.
Gotcha.
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on that same one.
All right, go for it. Range spell attack. Let's see. 7. All right. So that is a miss. Your ray of frost shoots out and slams into the kind of the wall behind them. All right. Do you want to take a bonus action?
No.
Okay. All right. Wolf number 1 is up. The guy with the arrow stuck in his snout. He lunges for Oratir. Let's see, and he makes a bite attack against him. That's 11 to hit.
Misses.
All right, so he snaps at you, and you definitely step back on the steps and kind of dodge. All right, next wolf is up. He runs up to Jinzi, kind of down the steps, takes a bite attack. 5, critical miss. All right, so as he's biting at you, he kind of one paw like steps down in the stream, and he like does kind of a nosedive down into the stream, and he actually kind of like rolls down the hill a little bit, and now he's like down here.
Oh.
Rolls down the stream.
For that or not?
Say again?
Do I get an attack of opportunity for that or not?
Yeah, you can take attack of opportunity. Go
Okay.
for it. All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. 5. All right. Wham! So as he's stumbling and fumbling around trying to get at Jinzi, you kind of slash him across the side, and he takes 5 piercing damage, but he's still up.
5 piercing or slashing?
Oh, sorry, slashing damage. All right. He's looking pretty hurt, though. Like, he's clearly bleeding out of his side, and he's now a little bit further downstream. All right, last wolf goes. He is going to run up here and attack Oratir again, since you're in the front. And that's a critical miss. So as he bites at you, he just like clamps onto your armor, but you easily shake him off and you hurl him down the steps, and he actually takes some bludgeoning damage. Let's see. Roll 1d6. So he takes 5 bludgeoning damage as you shake him off and like slam him on the ground. All right.
So he took as much damage from hitting his face on the ground as my axe did to the other one.
Yep.
My rolls suck.
You, I mean, you slammed him pretty good into the ground. All right, Oratir, you're up.
Decisions. All right, I'm gonna attack. I'm not gonna use reckless attack because I'm still kind of hurt. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this wolf in front of me.
Sure. The guy to your right.
Right now.
Okay, go for it.
Critical.
Oh, snap. All right. Tell me how he dies.
So I after hitting the one to my right, I bring my axe back around and swing from right to left at about head height, and my axe just crumples in the side of its head and
Nice.
gets stuck for a second. I have to like wrench it back out.
Awesome. Awesome. Very nice. All right. Mr. Wolf on the right is demolished.
Nice.
Okay, Jinsey.
Cool. So I'm actually going to go ahead and sneak attack the one to the right since it's standing right next
Okay.
to
Yep.
Oratir. So
And he is focused on Ortier at the moment.
cool. So yeah. So I'm gonna so my short sword.
That's with advantage. That is a critical hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
So there's that, and then I get to do the extra 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Um,
If you notice, if you mouse over the piercing that it first rolled, it actually rolled the crit for you
Oh,
automatically.
yeah.
So that's the 1d6 is the one. So you got
that's
5 total.
That's the crit, right? Though.
Yeah. So mouse over the 4 and then mouse over the 1, and you'll see the
Right.
two different formulas. Yeah, the 1 is
Yes.
the crit. Yep.
Right. So that's the crit, but then my sneak attack is another 1d6
Ah, got it.
on
My
top
bad.
of it. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
4 + 1 + 1, which is 6.
Wait,
Is there not a global modifier for that? see.
Oh, there is. I see
Yeah.
it now. Actually.
So
think-
next time you can turn it on if you want.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
John's right, though, because it's like you got the short sword, the 1d6 + 3, which gave you the 4, and then it was another 1d6. What would the other 1d6 be from?
The one's for the crit hit. The 4 + 1. The 4 is for the hit. The 1 is for the crit hit, and then he needs to roll another one for his sneak attack.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, he was right. It just didn't add it to the formula because he had to turn on the modifier. Okay, cool. So how does he die?
So he lunges at me, and I very quickly pull my short sword, flip it up around my hand, and then just drive it straight down through his head as he attacks at me. And it's kind of on the edge of the water, so his actually stabs his head down into the water, so it's a combination of bleeding out through the skull and drowning.
Very nice, very nice. So you hear kind of a gurgle under the water. Last breaths come out.
Yeah, exactly.
You see the blood kind of like draining down the stream.
Yeah, this guy gets it. And then I'm going to use Cunning Action for my bonus action to dash back this way,
Okay.
kind of away from the one that's beneath me.
All right. Let's see. I don't remember if dashes provoke. I think they provoke opportunity attacks. Or I don't think they do anything against them. Let me just check real quick. Pretty sure he still gets an opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, it's dash, disengage, or hide action.
So if you do a disengage, he will not get an attack of opportunity against you. And you
Yeah.
you haven't moved yet this turn, right?
Right.
Okay, so what you would do is you would take your bonus action to disengage, and then you would actually
Okay.
just do your normal move action instead of
Right.
a dash. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll do that.
Cool. All right. This guy's down. This guy's all right. So the next guy, the wolf, that was downstream a little. He hops back up and lunges for Ferron. All right. He's gonna make a bite attack against you.
Wait, did you go over me?
Oh, did I? My bad. Wait.
I went
Oh.
around.
Wait, do you mean the
saying-
turn order, or you meant the? If I did, my bad. You go ahead. You can go. I may have missed that.
Yeah, because if that one has 5 and yeah, Ryan had 21, I had 16, so yeah.
Yeah, I probably clicked too many times. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and shoot a fireball at this guy.
Nice.
And he's not next to you, so there's no attack of opportunity
Yeah.
because he hasn't
Cool.
actually moved yet. Yep.
Yeah, right on. All right, so the fire appears in your hands. Whoosh, you shoot it at him. It hits him square in the chest, and his fur actually catches on fire. Go ahead and roll for damage. So he yelps and like dives back into the water, and you see like the smoke kind of sizzle out. His head reappears from the water, but like he's been burned. Like looks like he has like 3rd-degree burns like on his body at this point. He is like hanging on by a thread. All right, is that you want to do anything else on your turn?
I run away.
Okay, if you run, he will get an attack of opportunity on you because you're right
Better
next to
to
him.
stay still. Like, yeah.
But
Ryan could get away because he can disengage.
Yeah, you can disengage with a full action, but you already used the full action, so you can't disengage. This
where
turn.
he is right now is originally where Ryan was.
Yeah, he's not. Remember, he's not right next to. Because you skipped. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I moved beforehand. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
okay.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good then. So go ahead and
Dodge off.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Got mixed up when I went out of order there. Okay, cool. So the wolf is actually going to lunge at Jinzi then, and make a bite attack.
They apparently don't like me.
Ryan, that's 13 to hit against you.
Nope, does not hit.
Okay, so he snaps at you, but he's like so wounded at this point that it's kind of like a half-hearted chomp, and he just like flat out misses. All right, Ortier, you're up.
All right, I swing my great axe around at the wolf, and a great arching miss.
So the wolf actually like stumbles a little in the stream and like flops over a little bit right as you're like hitting the ground, and it axe kind of splashes in the water.
I attack the water.
Critical hit.
If you were to,
Everything
if you
splashes
missed, I'd
everywhere.
be, yeah, if you missed, I'd be upset.
I hit it. You're fine.
Want to do anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, Jinzi.
All right, yeah. So I'm going to attack with my short sword.
All right. 12, I think that is actually a miss. So you stab out with your short sword and you like swipe some fur off of him, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna disengage with my cunning action.
All right.
And then move back this way.
All right, sounds good. Farron.
Let's-
Where did you go? I don't. I'm just kidding.
Is it still best option for me? I'm just gonna shoot him with another firebolt.
All right.
Magic missile.
It hasn't
Nice.
worked, but it will.
All right. He's only got 1 hit point left, so how does he die?
In
Hit
a
him with
fiery
the
blaze of
fireball.
awesomeness.
Yeah, giant flame, and it just kind of burns to an ash.
Nice. You see the ashes kind of like flow down the stream as, crispy corpse goes that way.
Which then I remark, does it smell like burnt wet wolf in here?
I mean, the only thing I can smell is Ortier, so
You're welcome.
that wasn't
Very
a
nice.
thank you. So I'd like to skin one of these wolves to
Okay.
get like a complete like wolf pelt, basically to hide under for later.
Go for it. You can add it to your inventory.
Cool. I don't have to roll anything for that.
Nah.
Haha.
All right.
So,
Our
go
god.
ahead.
there's a little opening over here. Can I see if I can notice anything down that way?
Yeah, please do. You can walk up to it, but don't go all the way through because it's actually in the ceiling. All right. So as you are looking, you see. Let me see here. You see a fissure kind of in the east wall, and it's kind of like a natural chimney. Like it doesn't look man-made. It looks to be about 30 feet high, like from what you can tell with your dark vision as you're kind of looking up it. It's pretty low light in general in here. What you do notice is kind of the rubble down here that you're seeing on the map is basically like trash. It looks like trash that has come down this sort of fissure and is kind of just like dumped in the in the wolves' den here. And you see like old bones and some scraps of like clothing and stuff like that, and some some other stuff, but you get the sense that this looks like a garbage chute, basically.
Is it wide enough for me to potentially climb up?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty wide chimney. It's about 3 foot, kind of in diameter. It gets a little wider and a little narrow parts, but if you wanted to try to climb it, you could definitely try to climb it.
I'm gonna try and climb it.
All right, go ahead and make a athletics check for me, Jinzi. All right, very nice. All right, so Pharaon kind of props Jinzi up, and Jinzi scrambles up, up into the fissure, and you sort of find handholds up there, and as you get to the top, you start to hear some sound. There's kind of about I'd say 2 foot diameter kind of opening, in the top, or what it kind of comes out into a wall. And as you peek over the top, you see. Let me do some magic here. All right, can you guys, or Jinzi, can you see in there, in that next room at all?
Yes, I can. Nice.
All right, so yeah, just keep your token there for a minute.
Okay.
You see a large furry beast, and let me give you guys a handout so you can see what it looks like. If I can find it.
Jinsey, what do you see?
Sorry.
A bunch of those ugly things we killed earlier, and then one's bigger and furrier.
Oops, not that guy.
And
All right, so oh, sorry, go ahead.
and well, he just looks like he's had a really bad day.
All right, so that's what Jinzi's seeing. He's got kind of yellowish fur. He's not carrying a club at the moment, but he looks pretty angry. He's got some leather armor on, and generally looks like, significantly scarier than the goblins. Also a lot taller. He's 7 foot tall.
He's 7 foot tall.
All right, so Jinzi, are you going to stay in the fissure? Nobody has seen you yet at this point.
Yeah. Can I just can I scan the room just to find anything
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
There it is. Cool.
Very nice. All right, so you see sacks and crates of looted provisions that are kind of piled up to the south end of the cave, kind of over here where I'm pinging. You can actually see that on the map.
Yep.
Over where you're at to the west, the floor is kind of sloping down to the narrow opening, which is the garbage chute that you're coming out of, basically. So it's kind of like a drain, honestly, liquids and stuff down there. You also notice over here there's kind of a larger opening, which is like the standard probably opening to the room. You can't really tell what's beyond it, but you do see that there's an opening there. Aside from Clark, you also see one goblin standing right here. They have a bright campfire lit right in the middle of the room, kind of surrounded by stones. You also see a wolf in the back of the room, kind of gnawing on a bone contentedly, lying in the back. And you see what appears to be kind of a chest back here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And my eyes cha-ching with dollar signs. Okay, cool. I feel like I've seen enough to warn the other two, so I slide back down.
All right. All right, go for it.
Cool.
Will you tell us?
Okay, so there's a big, what looks like a giant furry bugbear. It looks mean and nasty. There's a couple other goblins. There's a wolf with a bone. Looks pretty happy. I saw some supplies to the right, in the southern part of it. But more importantly, there's a chest across the room. So we should definitely prioritize that last. But it's there. But there was a staircase leading from the north part of the room, which so it looks like we can go around. and follow the path up ahead to the right to make it there.
All right, I'm gonna check the wolves to see if there's anything loot on them.
I skinned the one, remember? So
All right. Yeah, the wolves. No loot unless you want to take parts of their body, but that's up to you.
I never know when you need a good wolf tooth.
yeah, you can make a wolf tooth necklace or get some wolf meat to eat later.
I hear orcs wear those a lot.
I don't know where you heard that from, but kind of bothers me. Places you hang out at, so we'll ignore that for now.
Oh, did we search like the rest of the room, like the trash pile?
No, we didn't.
I'm gonna search the trash pile.
Okay. You rifle through the trash. You don't really find anything of value. In fact, a lot of it's kind of sludgy with like some liquid and stuff. You see a lot of bones and nothing of value or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back over. Well, it like are the skeletons here? Like it shows on the map?
Yeah, the skeleton bones appear to be from like what the wolves have been like gnawing on various parts of creatures.
But nothing looks human.
No, there looks like there might be some human bones in there for sure.
Okay.
Can't really tell. I mean, it looks about humanoid, so it could be human, could be elf, could
Okay.
be orc. Can't really tell.
All right, I'm gonna walk back over here, wash my hands off in the stream.
All right. So, how do you guys want to? If you guys are going to go further in, how do you want to proceed? Like,
Let's just we can proceed up a square at a time slowly. Remember, we stay to the right. That should loop around to the room that I peered in. So,
Okay.
I can be in the middle this time.
Okay.
all right. Do you guys want to walk like in the stream, or do you want? There's like a ledge on the side that kind of goes up.
Um,
I'm gonna go forward and
Down the
I
ledge.
want to look around this corner.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So stop there. Yeah. Go ahead and stop your tokens there.
Okay.
All right. So as you kind of come around the corner, the whole kind of cave slopes upwards. Like the stream is right coming down towards you guys, and it's a gradual incline. It's not super steep or anything. To your left over here, you see a steep incline that's kind of like got a lot of like rocks and rubble. It does look fairly natural, like it's not like somebody carved it out of the walls or anything, but it's like a steep sort of climb over to this area. And then down here, you see what looks like a rickety wooden bridge, and it's very dim in here. There's no like, natural light, other than maybe some flickers from far away in like another room somewhere. But those are just barely come on once in a while. Yeah, go ahead and all of you make a perception check for me.
Of course.
Of course.
God. Hey.
Oh, Ferran for the win. All right, so man, those elf eyes coming.
What do your elven eyes see? I mean, oops. What do your elven eyes see?
All right, so as you are peering at the bridge, you make out in the dim light a goblin standing on top of the bridge, and he doesn't appear to have seen you yet. Can you guys see him?
Yes.
He's yeah, like ping him. So he's standing there. His back is actually towards you right now, and he looks like he's busy, like picking his teeth or something. He's kind of just like sitting there hunched over, not really paying a whole lot of attention.
I really want to go up to the left here. Okay, is this like traversable to the left?
Yeah, we'll consider it like difficult terrain, so you can move like half your normal distance. And stealth checks, you'll probably have disadvantage on if you want to go stealthily.
I want to go stealthily.
All right. Does the whole party want to sneak up there, or how do you guys want?
Let's do it.
All right, everybody roll a stealth check for me.
Haha.
All right, so
Nice. I'll leave it to the
think
elf to
Adam's
make noise.
you did have disadvantage on that, unfortunately, because it's not like terrain to traverse. So it's a combo of 4, 5, and 14. So let's see, that would be.
Is that a group stealth check?
Yeah, I'm doing a group stealth check. So let's see. Divided by. I can't do math. Hold on. Okay. As you're scrabbling up sort of this area, and I'm going to move your tokens for you this time, you kind of kick some rocks loose, and they make like a fairly large clattering sound. And as you guys kind of realize you're making a good amount of noise, you kind of pop out to the north here, and you hear a heavy voice say, "Who goes there?" And I don't know, Orator, if you can see, but
Mama!
as you peek around the corner, you see what looks like a hobgoblin, and he's about human height. He's significantly larger than normal goblins. He's got like fairly heavy duty looking leather armor on. Like looks like he's seen battle and probably fairly experienced from what you can tell. And yeah, he's turning around right now to see what the noise was.
Uh-oh. Shall we backtrack as fast as we slide down?
I mean, I think we see at the back that they have a human captive, right?
Yeah, you do notice as you're looking that the room's dimly lit by like a small campfire. You see some goblins as well as the hobgoblin, and the room goes back a little bit, and you see what looks like a human captive, kind of looks pretty beaten and bruised up. He's like sitting on the ground, kind of in the back of that room.
That's a lot of people. So I have my my cantrip, Minor Illusion, so I could cast it and maybe draw some of them down the hallway to split them up.
Okay, go ahead and can you pop that in the chat just so I can read? Holy moly! All right. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. Range is 30 feet. Illusion ends if you dismiss it. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, beating of drums. All right. So, do you want to do a sound or an image?
Yeah, I kind of want to do a sound down the hallway down this way, and where it's kind of like a goblin's voice, where it's like, "Help, intruders!" kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Do you guys want to like back down the passageway a little bit more, or do you kind of want to stay there?
Yeah, I want to back up a little bit.
But,
All right.
yeah.
Go ahead and everybody go ahead and make a stealth check for me, and you can back up like 1 square. We'll say. All right. This time normal, not with disadvantage. All right. So. Okay. Oh, did we lose an icon? Wait,
I put
what
mine
happened?
over.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, everybody just move back.
Somebody's
like,
not
1
backing
space.
up a space.
Hey, I was rolling and I was on the wrong thing.
All right, so Jinzi, you use your cantrip, and you hear kind of a goblin voice pretty loudly down the hallway, kind of over here, say, "Help! Intruders!" And you see the hobgoblin, kind of his head snaps up as he's turning around, and he looks down the hallway and says, "You come with me." And one of the goblins behind him comes, and they start tromping down the hallway back here. They walk past you and don't appear to see you, and they continue their way down the hallway, out of vision.
Nice.
That was a very good impersonation, by the way.
Well, thank you. Oh wait, you talking to me or Grocer?
Grocer.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, what do you want to do?
All right, let me try to move forward again stealthily.
Okay. You already, if you want to move stealthily, go ahead and roll stealth again for me. All right, that's fine. Okay, so you're able to creep around the corner, and you still see some goblins in the room and a prisoner. The other goblin and hobgoblin are making their way down the cavern, and they're invisible around the corner.
All right,
down
I
the
want
hallway.
to rush in and attack the goblins
Okay.
in the room.
Go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to give you guys surprise on this one since they don't really see you coming. All right, let me get the thing up. Very nice.
Did it catch it?
Initiative I've had
Let's
yet.
see. 5, and
Don't beat yourself up.
Jinzi had 15. Yep, looks like you caught it. All right, let me
Got it.
roll for the goblins real quick. And so the way surprise works is everybody still rolls initiative, but you get a full you get like an extra round basically for each of you that wait, let me think. Am I doing that right? I'll have to double check the rules on that. My bad. I forget exactly how it works now. Goblin. I think it may be actually like a passive perception check or something. Oh man, rolled a critical hit and a critical miss on. All right. Not that it really matters for initiative. All right, so we're gonna skip this goblin's turn since you do have surprise. So Jinzi, you're up first. What do you want to do?
Nice. I guess I'm going to move up. Or no, I am where I'm at. I guess I can't see. I can kind of see this one right here. Right?
Where are you? Let's see. Let me look at website here. He is behind cover at this point. Like you could just make out the edge of him, but not shoot an arrow. You can see this guy here in the middle. You could definitely take a shot at him if you wanted to.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I'll take a shot at this guy since he's kind of like straight in sight.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
And so he's 25 feet. So I'm gonna shoot at him with my short bow.
Okay. All right.
Does he have to take disadvantage for shooting past me?
No. I'm not gonna play it that way.
I'm actually resting on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's right. Steady aim there.
Or your knee, I should say, I guess.
All right, so you fire off the shot and twang, it pings. It goes right past his head, very close, but pings off the back of the cave behind him.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything else?
No, that's kind of it.
Okay. There's low enough lighting in this cave that I'm gonna say as long as you're outside of 15 feet away from an opponent, you can use a hide action if you want to, because it's very dim.
God. Oh.
Do they not have low light vision or dark vision?
Let me check.
I'll take a hide action then.
Actually, the goblins do have dark vision. You're right. Yeah.
That's why they're in such low light.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah. All right, I'll take that back then.
Okay.
You will have to break line of sight then.
Okay. Never mind then. I'm done.
It should be easy for you to do.
So just to give you guys a little info on sort of the terrain here, this platform is like raised over where I'm pinging, and it looks like there's sort of a cliff that goes down to a lower area down here. So, you know, if you wanted to break line of sight, you could like jump over the side of the cliff or something.
Gotcha.
But
actually,
it's not. It's only like it's about like a 9-foot drop. It's not like a cliff.
So I'll actually move up here and do a hide since that breaks line of sight.
Okay. Yeah. Let me check on that. Yeah, that's enough to break line of sight. That's fine. All right. Go ahead and roll stealth for me. All right. You can consider yourself hidden for the moment.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. So you went. The next goblin skips. Oratir, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna run in here and attack this goblin all the way to the left.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, that misses. So the goblin kind of sees you coming and is able to just kind of like shimmy his arm up in time to kind of push your blade to the side, and it slams to the ground.
Okay.
All right. Farron.
All right, I need confirmation. Is that line of sight, or is that like a half
Yeah,
cover?
I'll give you line of sight on that one because he's fairly
Alright.
well away from that ledge there.
Of course. How far was that?
30 feet.
30. And they're coming up. I think I might need to move up anyway, just to...
Okay, keep in mind you're still on the difficult terrain right there, so until you get to the top, each square counts as like double.
Okay.
And which the top is like, like right here. Whoops. Right here.
So basically I can only move like 15. Sorry.
Yeah, you could probably get like up to like about here, right to the top. With
You
your
can
full
move like 3 squares. 3 squares.
Yep.
So right there would be good.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Now I definitely can see, and I'm going to use lightning loop on
Okay.
that guy.
What's the save on that one again? Is it dexterity? Let's see.
Strength.
Strength. All right. Goblin. And what is that? What's your
Spell save DC is 13.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's on the description.
Oh, and he does he does succeed. He gets rolling good for these goblins today.
God.
So he sees the lure coming and all right. Anything else you want to do?
I think that's all I can do.
You can use your bonus action points if you want to restore a spell slot. But
Nah,
if you've
I'm
burned
there.
any, okay. All right. So the goblins do get their turn now. So the guy right in front of Oratir is gonna take a swipe at him, and he kind of yells out before he takes a swipe, "Intruders! Intruders!" But you hear it kind of echoing down the. It's mostly drowned out by like the sound of the rushing water. All right, so he's going to do a scimitar attack, and he critically misses. So he swipes at you and kind of stumbles to the side and face plants as he misses you, and he's actually prone now. So I'm going to mark him as prone. Let me see if I can find my little icon. There we go. And so what that means is ranged attacks have disadvantage on him because he's actually a harder target, but melee attacks have advantage against him while he's prone. All right, next goblin goes the guy on up here. He is going to also swing at Ortu.
Wait, Josh, did you give them the first turn? Is that what happened?
They all skip their first turn. Yeah.
Right, but like the guys that you're going with now had lower initiative than we did, right?
I skipped all of them, so it doesn't
last guy
really
did.
matter.
I mean, what I'm getting at is like at least one of them had lower initiative than us.
The one that just went did.
Yeah, so like he didn't do anything.
I'm not following. What do you mean?
So like you skipped the first two goblins that have like a higher initiative order, but then you got past Pharaoh and I, right? And then
Okay.
you went with that goblin's turn. but-
Okay. So I still have to skip one more goblin. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you skipped. You needed to skip him.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll play it off that the guy I'm about to
Yeah.
do skips. So, Jinzi, you can go next then. That's fine. Yeah, my bad.
It's all
Cool.
good.
So I'm actually going to move over. Are we doing flanking advantage?
Yes. So if you're on opposite sides, you will get advantage on a hit
Cool.
for
So I'm-
for melee attacks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move over to this guy. I'm gonna use my sneak attack. So I'm gonna roll my short sword. So I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Cool. Let me enable my sneak attack and then my damage. So I get 6 plus
Dang.
4, so that's 10.
All right, and that's
to that
this guy here.
Yeah.
All right, how does he die?
So he's prone on the ground. So I rush over on the other side of him and basically do kind of like a quick little front flip coming down again through his. Since he stumbled forward, he's facing me kind of. So I ran my sword sword kind of above through his neck down into the ground.
Nice. All right, you hear him gurgle his last words as your knife kind of sinks into his throat and blood just pools out from under him. Very nice. You are now no longer stealth.
Yeah, and so then my cunning action, I'm actually going to. Oh, there's no way to get on the other side of him, is there? Dang it.
Yeah, they're kind of their backs are against the wall up there.
And the flanking is just 180, or is it like what's the? Or is it?
Yeah, if there's only two of you, it's got to be 180. Like you got to be on opposite sides.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine. So I'll actually kind of do what you said, and I'll slide down.
Okay.
This thing and for my hide action, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and
Unless
make actually make an athletics check. It's about 9 feet you're sliding down.
Okay.
So you're gonna just like kind of jump
I'll
off
stay
the ledge.
here, but I'm kind of how this tile is like halfway on the ledge, you know.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So
Well, if you're sliding down, you're actually going to be on this square. So go ahead and like
Okay.
slide all the way down if you're down in the bottom area.
Okay. And
Okay,
my
so
athletics check.
all right, so you slide down the cliff face and you actually like trip a little bit and do like a little bit of a roll and kind of splat on the ground down there. But you do make it down, taking any damage or anything. Go ahead and roll stealth. All right, very nice. All right, so you are stealthed again.
Nice.
All right. All right, now it's Goblin in the corner's turn, so he's going to take a swipe at Oratir. That's 13 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And he does 5 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Cut across the arm. All right, Oratir, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna attack the guy right above me, above me.
Sure.
All right. 13 to
Let's
hit.
see. 13, unfortunately, does not hit. So
I whiffed.
another
Swing
axe
and whip.
slam kind of into the side. These goblins are very, very nimble. And he dodges out of the way. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No, nothing I can really do.
All right, Ferone. Yeah, these goblins actually have a surprisingly high armor class just because of how nimble they are. So, especially for like low-level creatures, not a lot of health though.
All right, that's it. We're bringing out the witch bolt again.
Oh yeah.
I go for that one right there.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right. So your purple flame shoots out and slams into the wall next to it. All right. Anything else?
Uh,
That does burn a spell slot. So.
yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. Dead goblin is dead. All right. The guy in front of Oratir.
To there.
Okay. He sees you kind of run past, and Oratir is looking pretty intimidating, so he decides to jump over to you. He's not going to move far enough to take an opportunity attack because he's still next to you, Oratir.
Mhm.
But he's going to take a swipe at Ferron here with his scimitar. And 19 to hit, so I'm pretty sure that hits.
That hits, yeah.
And he does 5 slashing damage to you.
Right.
All right, Jinzi.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. Cool. So I got to make my way back up this hill, I guess.
So the steps are over here.
Right.
It's about 9 foot, so you definitely have to like climb back up the steps. So when you walk, like go around, sort of use your distance around that way.
Yeah.
You can right click when you're doing like the
Yeah, I got
measure, if you wanna like put waypoints.
Okay. So
As you guys are kind of fighting, you also notice the guy in the back of the room has woken up a little bit. And he's really rough, like he's been tortured for a while. He's got kind of blood all over him. It looks like he hasn't eaten in a while. Huge like circles under his eyes. His hair is all matted, and his clothes, which were fine at one point, look torn up and ripped. So he is awake though. He kind of croaks something out like help, but doesn't not really anything too intelligible.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move here. Went around the stairs.
Okay.
That's my 25, and then of the two, which one have we been like hacking on the most? I guess.
They both look like they're still pretty strong. Nobody's taken a hit yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack this left one right here.
Okay.
With my short bow.
Okay. You are stealth, so you get whatever advantage that provides, which Doesn't look like it helped this time.
No.
All right, so ping, pings off the back of the cave wall.
And then I
Anything
guess
else you want to do?
my bonus action, I'm gonna hide kind of back in the middle of the stairs.
Okay, yeah. If you
well-
go back down, to here, I'll say you can hide. If you
No,
do
never
another
mind.
stealth roll.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Okay. All right. Goblin in the back of the room sees you firing off a bolt, and he's gonna run around the side of Oratir here to where his. I'm gonna actually just move his dead friend to make it not as confusing.
And so Ortier gets.
He doesn't get an attack of opportunity because he hasn't technically moved away from him. Like you only get attack of opportunity like more than 5 feet away. So yeah.
Okay.
If it's within my reach, they don't get attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. So he kind of slips around the side, kind of running low. He's a swipe at you, Jinzi. With his scimitar, 18 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 8 slashing damage. So he cuts you in the leg, and you don't really see him kind of coming around the side.
Jeez.
He says, "Ha ha!"
Meaty.
Right,
Yeah,
Oratir, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna attack the one that's on Farone.
Okay.
And is it considered flanking at this point or not?
No, you're not. You're not opposite from him, but you can do a reckless attack if you want. If you want advantage.
Yeah, I think I will do a reckless attack.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
15.
All right.
Nice.
Very nice. That definitely hits. What's the rules on reckless again? Can you remind me as far as like the disadvantage part? It should be in your class features on your.
I put it in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Advantage on strength during this turn. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Okay, that's it. All right, cool. All right, so that hits, and go ahead and do damage.
11.
Nice. All right, tell me how he dies.
So I swing my axe down and then up underneath him, and catch him. It bounces kind of off of his leg and right up into his stomach.
Oh,
And he just kind of makes a small cry and then falls back into the wall.
nice. Very nice. All right, anything else you would like to do?
I want to fire magic missile with the dart.
Cool.
Have the Mountain Dew! Alright, go ahead.
Farone.
All right, we're throwing a fireball in here.
Nice. Light him up. Nice. That hits. Wow, 2 16s. All right. All right, so you... tell me how he dies.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
am I not holding it? Hello.
Oh,
That's it.
there you go.
Gonna line this up right. I'm gonna shoot fireball right at his face, and have his head just kind of burn for a while until he falls over and it just eventually goes out.
Nice. Crispy, just the way you like it.
As I watch the goblin's head burn, and as it falls, I just kind of like drop my shoulders in disappointment that I wasn't the one to give the final blow.
All right. So, you have murdered everybody.
Are we still in combat?
You are no longer in combat, and your human at the back has sat up at this point. He says, "Oh, friends, help me."
All right, I want to search the goblins first.
Okay. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I don't know who he is.
Let me just check something here.
So while they're doing all this, can I work my way back, basically kind of to this area right here and take a short rest? To
Short rest is like an hour. Can't you need to be sitting at a campfire for at least an hour, so
Okay. So
probably not a good idea to do a short rest in here.
Gotcha.
Did we see? Was there anything around the corner there? Up or down?
Everything's away.
Up
over
this
there.
way?
Like down from us?
Down this
Down
way?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you peer over the sort of the little cliff ledge there that Jinzi slid down before to go hide, you see a couple rock formations in there. At the back of see some bones and like blood splatter back there. It kind of looks like this might have been like a torture area. Nobody else is down there, but you do see some remains.
Look at the skull that, and the remains and say, hey, I think I knew this guy.
But nothing else in there.
Okay.
Up top, there's some kind of wooden like stools that the goblins were sitting on. There's some back that's just like stones and stuff. Nothing significant. You don't see any treasure or anything. And the little campfire and the human sitting in the back.
And the goblins don't have anything on them?
If you want to rifle through their pockets, you can.
I do.
All right. Let's see. How many were there? 1, 2, 3. So. You find a few trinkets, like you find some like stick figures that look like toys they might have been playing with. You find like a pocket knife, kind of like a switchblade type thing, and you also 4 gold.
4 gold.
Yep.
I'll forego the gold if I can get the knife.
Yeah, go for it.
So we each get 2? Cool. You get the knife.
Sweet.
All right. I'm gonna
so-
I'm gonna come over here and just like keep an eye on the hallway.
Okay, so the human, as you're doing that, the human kind of regains his voice a little bit and looks at Farron and says, "Hello, my name is Sildar. Who are you?"
We are the Mighty Three. You guys like that name? I just came up with it. I was pretty excited about it. We don't have to use it, but I mean, if you want me to be happy, we should use it. But yeah, you're dang it, what's his name? Gundren's escort.
You know Gundren?
He hired us.
He hired us, so yeah, you could say that.
Gods be praised. How did you find me?
Well, it wasn't on purpose, if that's what you're asking. We just we found 2 dead horses and followed the breadcrumbs and it led us here.
All right. So he says, he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, we do need to get out of here. There are more goblins and I think a bugbear on the other side of the cave. But I need to tell you some things. So Gundren and I were waylaid on the way here, and that's how we ended up here. But I think they've taken Gundren somewhere else. I heard them talking about someone known as the Black Spider, but I don't know who or what they are. Clarg is the bugbear. I've heard them mention his name, and he's the leader of this goblin band. I overheard them say that he had orders to waylay Gundren, and so that is how we got captured. Yeah, something more is going on. A random goblin raid of the caravans on the road.
Interesting. So a black spider is gonna lay Gundren. Lucky guy.
He also says Gundren also had 2 brothers, Tharden and Nundro. And I don't know if they told you yet, but the reason you're bringing supplies to Phandelver is they have apparently found the long lost entrance to Wave Echo Cave. Have you heard of this?
Can't say that I have.
Thank you.
Okay, I can tell you about it more, but we should get out of here first before anybody comes back.
I agree.
We could do that, but you see, our gnome friend has his eyes set on the treasure.
Oh, you dirty elf, you. He's absolutely right. I gotta have that treasure, but I'm also kind of half dead, so
Sildar says, I'm being honest, and you do see like several like serious wounds on him and stuff.
Yep, those bad boys ain't gonna heal themselves.
If you could get me out of here, I would be eternally grateful.
Yeah, I mean, we can escort him down the way we came in through the stream. And at least...
Get spotted on the way out, though.
But yeah, there's still the one guy that was up on the bridge, and we don't know if those guys that we lured away are on that bridge right now.
Well, there's the pathway we came, right? The rough pathway. Is he healthy enough to be able to make it through there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you kind of shoulder him, he'll be able to walk with you.
Right, but I'm just still saying, like, once we exit that pathway, there could be we could still be seen possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause
should,
we're on the bridge.
we'll let's see. So I'd like to scout ahead.
Okay.
So I'd
Which
like
way
to
are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go stealth, and then I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
check up this way, kind of see if I can see where they're at.
Okay, go ahead and make another stealth check. All right. So you're crawling around the corner here, and as you peek around the corner, you see the hobgoblin who you saw earlier talking to the goblin on the bridge, in fairly loud, raucous tones, and they don't seem to have noticed you.
Okay, cool. So if you guys want to pick up the human and kind of bring him like right here, I can use my cantrip to create an image here and draw them off the bridge, and then we can sneak around them.
Sounds like the gnome actually has a plan.
It's settled then.
All right. Who's gonna kind of have
will.
Sildar with them? Okay. Cool.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
I figure that might be a little bit best. Because
Alright.
I'll be back anyway.
All right. So you guys are going down the sort of side passage back down to the stream.
Yeah, the way
Okay.
we came in.
All right, let's move Sildar down there. All right, so you kind of get to the end, and you peek around the corner, and you see the hobgoblin talking to the guard up there.
Yeah, and so then I'm gonna backtrack my way.
All right.
To well, they can't really see that, so about right here, and then I'm gonna cast my cantrip
Yep.
right here, so they kind of hear another noise.
Okay.
And then I'll work my way back with them as well.
All right. What does it sound like?
Basically, it kind of sounds like like a really loud goblin scream from being stabbed.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and move your character down the side passage if that's where you're gonna end up. All right.
Yeah.
So, you hear a scream echoing down the hallway loud enough, and the two of them on the bridge look up suddenly, and the hobgoblin says, "Out of my way!" And he actually pushes the goblin off the bridge like into the water and sort of rushes down the hallway down here. All right. So he's coming fast around the corner. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna move out.
All right. Quickly or like stealthily, or how do you want to do this?
Stealthily.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, everybody go ahead and roll one more stealth check for me.
God damn it.
All right, cool. All right, so you are able to kind of sneak out. You guys hop in the stream, and the sound of the stream is pretty loud. You see the hobgoblin rushing around the corner, plopping in the stream, and he completely goes past the passage that you're walking down and rushes into the room. And then as he enters the room, what is this? And he's clearly found all the mayhem that you guys have caused. So what do you want to do?
We're gonna exit the cave.
Yeah, I need to exit
Yeah.
the cave and
Get out
rest.
of here.
All right, sounds good. All right, so you guys bug out of the cave at that point, kind of dragging Sildar with you, and you just kind of get out as fast as you can and head back down the path. All right. And as you're running back and avoiding all the traps you know about, you don't see anybody behind you. Nobody appears to be chasing you at this point, and you make it all the way back to the cart. And let me switch us over here. All right. Grab Sildar. Okay, so
Look, the cow's still alive.
cow's still alive. The cart is undisturbed. Cow's happily munching on some grass. All right.
So yeah, I need to rest a bit and
Yeah, we gotta do it.
what we got to do. What?
We gotta do a long rest.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. So if you're traveling on the cart, since you can actually sit on the cart and you guys can fit on it, albeit with like legs dangling over the side. If you guys want to travel and rest, I'm fine with that. You will need somebody to drive though, so somebody I'll say will get a short rest, and the others will get a long rest.
I want to examine the map case that I have.
Okay.
I notice anything about it? Like, what is the map of?
Well, there's no map in it. It's an empty map case.
Okay.
It was pilfered, and it's made of leather. Got some straps on it, kind of a cylindrical map case. You don't really see anything beyond that that's significant about it. Nothing that would indicate like what it contained or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of like need to go, like we need to rest, but then I want to go back to the cave to finish it, right? Like.
Sildar actually sees you playing with the map case, and he leans over to Oratir and says, "Oh, the map! Is it not there?"
No, it's empty.
Wasn't our
Oh,
fault.
the goblins must have taken it. He says that was the map to Wave Echo Cave. Now it must be in the hands of Clarg, or the hands of the goblins, or maybe the hands of the Black Spider by now.
How important is this map?
He kind of looks at you for a second and says, well, if you don't know the history, Wave Echo Cave was found hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but was lost to history when there was a great battle which destroyed most of the cave. I can fill you in on the rest of the details when we get to town, but suffice it to say, the cave holds many wonders, both in minerals and gems, and also in magical power. So many will want this. Will want this cave. Will want to find it. We are trying to keep it hidden for now. And I have my reasons. I am with the Lord's Alliance, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that before. But I can fill you in more after I get some rest. But right now, I need healing and help.
As do we all.
So, do we continue on to make the delivery, or do we go back to town?
The delivery is in Phandelver.
Oh, so we want to go on.
You guys know that, so your destination is Phandelver at this point.
So let's go on to Phandelver then.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to Phandelver and get a long rest, and then
Okay,
we'll head
cool.
back up to the cave after that.
So I can actually rest fully within 4 hours, so we can still have
Nice.
4 hours of travel
Okay,
if I'm driving.
perfect. All right, you guys all get a long rest then by the time you get there. All right, so let me
So
switch
full
it up.
healing and full hit dice.
Yeah, you get everything gets back to full. You get
Nice.
since you only use one hit dice, you get all your hit dice back.
Mhm.
All right. And once we get to Phandelver here and get, talk to who you want to talk to, we can figure out how long you want to play tonight. All right, let's see here. So it's about another 26 miles to Phandelver. You guys got back from the cave kind of mid-morning. So we'll say you travel through the night, kind of to try to, well, do you want to travel kind of, or not through the night, but like through the rest of the day and kind of into the evening? Do you want to kind of make it all the way there in one?
Yeah, I'm down to just end up at Phandelver.
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
cool.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. So you guys, without further incident, you make it down the trail. See any more goblins or anything? You hook a right down to Phandelver, and you make your way into town. Congratulations! Everybody can get another 500 XP for rescuing Sildar and making it out of the cave.
And level.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, what were the level XP levels amounts again?
Let's see here.
It was 369, and then
Yeah, and then it jumps up from there. I think the next one's like 15
3
or
300, 900, and then hold on, I had this open.
2700 after that for level 4.
cool. Level 3 it is. Woo!
All right, awesome. So yeah, you guys can go through the character mancer there at your leisure. Usually at level 3, you guys get access to a subclass. Most classes do, so you can read up on that.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to like change it before the next session or something, that's totally fine. So, you're just kind of learning about your subclasses at this point. Because what subclass you pick generally dictates like a bunch of additional skills you get further down the road.
Oh yeah.
So, important decision.
I'm an assassin.
All right. Nice. All right, you guys seeing the town?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Awesome. All right, welcome to Phandelver. Let me
Fancy.
pull up my notes here. Yeah. Right. And I will share this out so you get a little snapshot of the whole thing.
Nice.
All right, so Phandelver's a very small town. As you guys are coming in on the cart, it's kind of a rutted, track in the dirt road. It emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of the town. You're coming down from the north up there, as you can see from like the green dot and where it says to the Tribor Trail. The town consists of about 40 to 50 simple log buildings. It looks very much like a frontier town. The buildings don't look like generally old and decrepit or anything, but some of them are built on fairly old like fieldstone foundations. There are some areas of the town where there's like clear ruins, buildings that look like they've been there for probably hundreds of years. So like some crumbling stone walls and stuff. But the ones that are like the new buildings are clearly have been built fairly recently, like in the last 50 years or so. Let's see. So there's a bunch of shops. There's as you're moving into town, you pass what looks like a kind of general store, and on the see it says Barthen's Provisions, and that you guys all recall that was sort of the point that Gundren wanted you to deliver the cart and supplies. So you can keep going if you want. It's pretty late at night at this point. Like the shops generally look closed, but you can keep going towards the center of town if you want.
Yeah, let's see if we can find an inn.
Okay. So the cart keeps moving down the center of town. Not too many people out. You see, some lights in the windows and stuff, but generally the town's pretty quiet. You make it to the center of town, and right over looks like an inn. You hear some noise coming from inside. Sounds like people eating and drinking and talking. And you see, some other buildings in the town square. This building over here looks like it might be Town Master's Hall. And there's what looks like to be maybe like a shrine here and kind of a religious building here. Very small. And over here on this side of the square, the building has like a big kind of kite shield on the front. With a lion symbol on it and in blue.
Did we lose him?
Oh, you guys hear me?
I heard a kite shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. The kite shield has like a lion on it and blue, and it looks like it might be like an arms shop. And then nice. The inn over here, as I mentioned, you see light and hear sound coming from that. And Sildar kind of seems much more at ease now. Still hurting real bad. Says, "My friends, let us secure lodgings. This is the inn here, on this side. I'm told the local inn is very quaint."
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm a bit exhausted from all the killing, so I'm ready to grab a drink and turn in for the night.
Me as well.
All right. Ferran, you want to go in the inn? All
Yeah, sure.
right, cool. All right, so you guys leave the cart. You want to just leave the cart kind of on the side there outside for now?
Is there a safe place we can park it? Do we see like a stable or anywhere to?
You don't see any stables right at the inn. Nothing that immediately jumps out.
So I'll actually, wherever we park it, I'll sleep out in the back of the wagon for the night.
Okay. All right,
Like,
so
kind of huddled up, kind of hidden away in the cart.
okay. You don't really see much activity in town. I don't know. Cool. So you guys go in the tavern, in the inn, and let's see here. All right. So the inn is it's fairly large actually for kind of a a small town. Looks like it probably houses a lot of visitors. It's pretty sturdy looking. It's built of like rough-hewn timbers and fieldstone. As you walk in, the common room is like full of what appear to be locals, nursing mugs of ale or cider. And as you walk in, they all kind of turn and look at you a little bit out of curiosity, and then back to their drinks and their food. As you walk in, a man comes up, a human man, and he says, "Ah, hello, friends. I am Toblin. I am the proprietor here. How can I help you?"
You can get me a drink.
All
I
right.
need logics for the night.
Oh, very well. We can definitely get you situated. Is your friend there okay? And he looks at Sildar.
Well, let's just say he hasn't had the best day. But I think he'll live.
Is there a healer in this town?
Yes, we can definitely get him some help. How about for now, though, I can accommodation situated since it looks like you've had a rough time of it. Have you been traveling all day?
And
For
then
the better
some.
All right. Rooms will be 1 silver each. How many would you like?
I'm fine. I'll be out in the cart.
And the rest of you?
I'll take a room for myself. Farron, what about you?
I'll take a room for me and Sildar.
Very well. All right, so that will be 2 silver, and you guys can just remove that from your inventories.
What's the translation gold to silver?
It's multiples of 10, so pretty
Okay.
straightforward. All right, so you hand him the silver, and he gives you your change, and he says, "Oh, sir, right this way," and he actually walks off Sildar to kind of get him situated, and he says, "Go ahead and have a seat, the rest of you, and we'll take care of you in a minute."
All right, rock over to the table and sit down.
All right.
Yep.
Glance around. Do I notice anything about the tavern?
Yeah. So as you look around, you see several people, again, what appear to be kind of locals, eating and drinking. You see a guy who looks like kind of an old farmer. You see a barmaid walking around serving drinks and servicing the tables. You see a guy who looks like he's probably a miner. He has he got some, looks like maybe coal dust on him, or just some sooty looking dust on him. He's having a beer at another table. You see another lady kind of running around, and she's like running back towards the kitchen. You also see a young boy running around, kind of playing with a couple figurines. He kind of runs around the inn unsupervised. And then finally you see another lady kind of by herself at a table, just looks like to be eating dinner.
Okay. What did you want to do, Jinzi?
I guess have I received my ale at this point?
As you are waiting, the barmaid comes up with a platter of beers, and she each hands you one frothy mug of ale, and she says, "Can I get you anything else?"
Yeah. How much is the ale?
She says, 5 coppers each, please.
Cool. So I toss her the coppers as I say, "Yeah, some peace and quiet," and I head outside to the cart to drink my ale and pass out for the night.
Stealing
Kinda-
her secret in the process.
She kind of watches you go out with like a, "Oh, okay," kind of expression on her face, and looks back at the other two that are still at the table. Can I get you some dinner or something? You look like you've had kind of a rough day.
What food do you have?
Oh, she said we have some lamb stew, and we have bread and cheese. We also have some beef, if you like some richer meat.
I'll take the beef.
All right, she said that will be 5 more copper. How about you, sir? She looks at Ferron.
What does this barmaid look like?
Oh, she's got kind of reddish hair. She's pretty average, like average height, like maybe 5'5". She's got an apron on and looks kind of dirty, like she's been serving for a while. It's the end of the day. Looking a little, not like disheveled, but just a little tired, like she's been serving for a while now.
I'll say just a nail for me.
Just a nail? Okay. Another ale coming up. And she takes off to the kitchen. All right. You guys want to do anything else?
I'm just gonna nurse my ale in silence, waiting for my food.
Okay. How about you, Pharaon?
I'm trying to figure out what I want to get for a new spell.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
at this point, I've you can pan out to the cart where I've already chugged through my ale, and then passed out like halfway under one of the covers. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm passed out. I was exhausted.
Fair enough. Very nice.
Snoring like a mofo.
All right. The barmaid comes back and says, "My name's Elsa. Is there anything else I can do for you?"
That'll be all for me for now.
She brought my food, I take it.
Yeah, she brings your food and your drink.
I'm just gonna run at her and start eating.
Okay. All right. So she takes off back to the kitchen, and that is that. Do you guys want to turn in now, or do anything else? Talk to any of the locals or anything before you turn in?
Did the innkeeper ever come back out?
Yeah, actually. After a while, after you guys take some time eating, you see Toblin come back down the stairs, and he says, I got Sildar situated, and he is resting, and we will look into healing for him soon. For now, I was able to at least bandage him up a little bit with some cloth we had, but I think he'll be fine for the night. How are you two getting situated?
Fine. Good meat.
I'm fine with just my ale.
All right. Well, your rooms are yours, so if there's anything else I can help you with, we know. Otherwise, enjoy your stay.
Tavern keep. Have you seen any elves or dwarves in this town?
Dwarves? Well, yes. Dwarves come through here often. In fact, I don't know if you know too much about Phandelver, but it's actually kind of a mining town. We've had a lot of people come through here lately because, I don't know if you've heard, but there's rumors that, profits are to be made in this area. There's good mining. People have been finding gold and some gems from time to time, but seems to be mostly, get rich quick types so far. we have a lot of travelers like you folk coming into town for a while, and then either, finding something and making a small fortune, or leaving after coming up empty. But more and more people are starting to come into Phandelver as of late. That includes dwarves and elves and humans and all types.
Did you happen to meet a dwarf named Gundren?
Let's see here. Let me check.
Just what you want to hear. Let
I
me
know,
check.
right? Don't remember if he knows Gundren or not. All right. He says, Gundren. The name sounds familiar, but I can't say that I've met him personally. But you might talk to our town master, Harbin. We have Barthen's provisions. Frequents the town. They probably would have stopped there. And also the Lion Shield Coster over next door, sees a lot of traffic. So you could ask around town, or perhaps ask some of the locals. We have a few here, a few locals in here tonight.
What was the other place nearby?
The Lion Shield Coster is what he mentioned.
Coster?
Yeah. Like Coster.
Interesting.
And you kind of gather as he says that was probably the building you saw with like.
Hey, Fobs, how's it going?
The blue line.
Welcome to the stream.
Just out of character, real quick. You motherfuckers are gonna make me do all of this shit, aren't you? I rolled a barbarian. Now I'm gonna have to do all the talking.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just love killing. So.
I'm distracted by still trying to figure this out.
I mean, you got me all excited. You were gonna hit on the barmaid and everything, and then you just let her walk away like that.
He said that she was pretty average looking. I only get stunned by pretty faces.
Oh,
fair enough.
oh, bold. Okay.
I mean, she wasn't unattractive.
Hey, it says in my stuff I cannot resist a pretty face, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
Fair enough.
So you just resisted an unpretty face, I guess is what you're saying.
Any woman who can resist should feel really insulted.
I'm pretty sure he just called her ugly. Yeah, I mean, or we can pass out and I'll do it in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds fine.
sounds good to me.
All right.
I've got enough for now, and my character would not talk to the townspeople.
Yeah. As a half orc, they're giving you some interesting stares as you're sitting there in the booth.
Well, that's kind of what I'm fighting against here. You're like, "Are you guys doing anything?" And I'm like, "We should be, but my
Got to step up here.
my very teammate."
I'm reading a lot.
What I will say is, you kind of gather from what the innkeeper said that they do see a lot of traffic in town from a lot of and so he's not actually super surprised to see a half orc in town. A little unusual, but not like.
Oh, you cut out again.
You cut out.
Oh, God damn it! I was just saying the owner's not completely, stupefied that there's a half orc sitting there. I mean, he sees a lot of traffic in town. This is a very, it's a frontier town. A lot of people come through, and so
I'm gonna look him straight in the eye and say, "Have you ever seen a half orc naked?"
he kind of takes a step back a little bit, and
That was a joke, Josh.
hey man, I'll role play it.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys want to
music ready?
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys want to call it then?
Yeah, I have passed out for the night, so.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna finish up my ale and my meat and retire to my room.
All right, very nice.
I've
So we can-
finally finished studying my books and learning a new spell, and I will retire to my room.
Okay. All right, so we can pick up there next time. Good game,
Sweet.
guys. That was
I was
fun.
waiting for you to say roll for initiative.
For the naked thing, it sounded like you already had the initiative.
Make a dexterity check.
Look, I'm just saying I can make 3 attacks on the turn in that case.
Yeah, I mean, or an acrobatics check would probably impress him more. You know.
Oh,
Just
I would never steal your move from you.
as a bonus action, you can cover yourself with oil.
Joke's on you, I'm always covered in oil.
Well, once the clothes are off, then you can do a intimidation check because you know you're an orc. Just saying.
Get into a measuring contest.
What kind of hurtful things are you saying about orcs there, Ryan?
Sorry, my bad, my fault. I'm just assuming. Like, you know I am. That's fine.
Good stuff.
Cool.
You guys liking it so far?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's I
Nice.
like that we kind of shotgunned into the combat stuff
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
You guys,
there. That was
no holds barred, man. You guys like went right into it. So the other group I played with, it took them 3 sessions to make it out of Cragmaw Hideout.
Oh really?
Yeah, you guys did it in 1 session, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
mean, albeit they were extremely slow, so you guys are like
Yeah.
moving along at a much quicker pace.
So what? But my whole thing is like we definitely, I guess, need to go back there, right? So.
Yeah, you totally
Um,
can.
So that's probably.
Still treasure waiting to be looted.
Oh, don't I know it?
I'm happy to go back once my ass is not being kicked constantly.
Well, I mean, you know, you're the big, I guess, brute in the group, so.
All right, I
Saved
just
my ass a
learned.
couple times, so I appreciate that.
I just learned Fire Sphere. You just need to group them up, and I'll plop it in the middle of them.
Wait,
That sounds.
so
Speak your mind, son.
well, I went ahead and I leveled up, but I chose Path of the Berserker, and somehow it picked Path to the Totem Warrior.
Oh, that's weird.
Uh,
You can. Well, I think if you.
that's
yeah.
that's roll 20 telling you you're wrong.
You will be a totem warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, feel free to go in and edit manually. You can try redoing it, but I'm not sure how much success you'll have. I have had that happen to me once before as well. Not with a barbarian, but so.
I also have my meta magic stuff now, which will be pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta remember. Don't forget like all the stuff that you pick up along the way in your bag. Like I got the wolf pelt, and like definitely plan to use that next time we go into the cave. Looking forward to that, and then a pocket knife. So
Very nice.
And then I feel like we're making gold at a pretty decent pace, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah, you guys are looting and scooting those goblins out there.
yeah, that was pretty nice. 1 second, I'm gonna shut the stream down. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for chiming in. That's it for tonight. We're going to
As you guys level up, like keep an eye on your features and traits, because that's usually where.
we're gonna pick back up on this probably. I think we're gonna do every Saturday, maybe every other Saturday. But anyways, thanks for joining us. And we will be back again with this session, with this campaign next session a week from today. So until then, have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.